wait.
Somebody tell Jeff he's muted.
Yep, he's muted.
I know. Duh. I had to say some things I couldn't say on YouTube. So, folks, welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the Bombay bad boy himself, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Yes, I'm glad to be here on a wonderful Thursday night with all of you. We have a wonderful amount, a plethora of things we're going to talk about, including Welcome to Derry. So we'll get into that.
We'll have all kinds of stuff. We're even going to be talking about boobs, how boobs actually couldn't save the day. This is like that one episode of Perry Mason where he lost. This is that time where everything's falling apart when luscious boobs can't save the day. But anyway, folks, we'll get into that talk, the tit talk, in a minute. Let's say hello to American Ramrod Coach Kendo Slice.
Happy to be here, Jeff, on this wonderful Thursday night. It's so great. I had something better to say for my intro, but I don't remember what the hell it was right now. It must not have been that important.
So, speaking of important stuff, this platform has upgraded. We now have new sound effects that we can use like this. So if when Dion comes on and he makes a mistake, we'll hit with the gong. We'll treat like the Gong Show. Now, I didn't put this on here. This was automatically uploaded like this. We can now have a left. Yeah. Every time we introduce each other. So it's going to be like, the Bombay bad boy himself, Big Rig Nick Utam. Nobody claps.
Yeah, just my normal life then. Get to know.
He's just on a slight delay.
Now, folks, we are going to start this show in just a moment, but our friend Sejorjan has sent in a very generous Scott Steiner-sized super chat. So we're going to play that, and then we are going to get back with you and start the biggest show of the week. Your week, our week, everybody's week, because we're all on the same timeline. This isn't Back to the Future. But I don't know what time it is, but I do know how to do a little bit of math, but I'm not good as this guy.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Thank you to our friend Sejorjan, who has a question for Coach Kendo. Coach Kendo, other than future Mars Emperor Elon Musk slamming Woodrow Wilson recently, why was my social media flooded with Woodrow Wilson's association with the state of Delaware? Does it have to do with how Delaware is starting to mess up incorporating corporations?
Thank you for your very generous super chat there, Sejorjan. But I really couldn't tell you why your social media would be flooded with Woodrow Wilson and his association with Delaware. I do know that Woodrow Wilson, as governor of New Jersey, had a massive hard-on for antitrust legislation, which caused a lot of those companies to leave and go to Delaware, and which helped Delaware turn into the corporation capital of the United States, essentially, because Delaware was like, hey, yeah, come incorporate here. We aren't going to, boof you the way that New Jersey is, and the antitrust legislation. So maybe, I don't know if Delaware is screwing the pooch on that one or what, but if I had to guess, it would have something to do with something involving corporations and people complaining about why there isn't any outside of Delaware or all that other nonsense. And it comes back to the fact that Woodrow Wilson was a weasel, and he went after trusts and corporations to try to bust them up, so they went places that he couldn't touch them.
So I did a little research, this little thing called the interwebs to find this. So I can't give you the best, most detailed answers to Georgian, but this is what I found. So facts and myths from DelawareCorporateLaw.gov. That's the site. The changes were pushed through the New Jersey legislature by then Governor Woodrow Wilson following a highly contested presidential campaign. Since then, Delaware has dominated corporation business. Woodrow Wilson then became president. It says because he put the screws to the business on a post from X the other day. So, I don't know if things are changing. I don't have any business in Delaware. Do you guys? I mean, we ship to Delaware, but
I mean, I do have a kind of secret tax haven I have there, but that's about it. So,
oh, I thought you had a secret hookup that you went to in Delaware. Like, hey, I get it, man. Secret loving's fun. You know, you go up to Delaware, you meet your lady, you go to Rhode Island, you leave Rhode Island because it's like a 10-minute drive. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. Rhode Island's just a loop. That's it. It's just one loop. It's just
I think I have a friend with a backyard bigger than Rhode Island.
Oh, probably.
But we got a college math major in the chat, by the way. Kendo's really great at math. I'm just fine. I don't mess up my taxes, and I don't mess up my addition on my bills. But then again, I don't really do much geometry for fun anymore.
Wait, you did geometry for fun?
No.
I mean, it can be.
If I'm finding out the square footage of a house that I'm buying, yes, that's fun geometry. Or like what the volume of... Never mind, we're not going to talk about that on the show right now. I don't want to present myself as that guy yet. So, let's start talking about all sorts of things. So, we will not be donating any of the proceeds to Dion's lack of communication for projects older than 30 years. I'm sorry, folks. It's not a cause we will give to this year. But I will do some not Make-A-Wish, excuse me, we're not that famous. I'll be doing some Toys for Tots stuff the Christmas season coming up. So we'll go out. I'll do an Ollie style video. I'm going to pick up some stuff from multiple stores, and then
Please
we're going to
don't
drop
give
it
those kids shurikopters. They don't deserve that shit. Their life is hard enough, Jeff.
Look, I wasn't going to give them shurikopters.
Don't give them roast ticos either. Okay, they deserve a better life.
These kids are impoverished. They're not going to have a Christmas because their family or wherever that can't afford toys. The last thing they need is for you to dump a bunch of unwanted Star Wars shit on them. That's just cruel. Like, oh, you wanted toys really bad? Have a fucking shurikopter. That is.
Oh my god.
That's
but
just
what if
fucking mean.
you said Star Wars toys? What if I give him this brand new Chewbacca? You don't think somebody would like
that's
a Chewbacca
different.
figure?
That's a cool Star Wars toy. But that's one that probably actually sells.
Yeah, it's hard to find right now. I had to get it while I could.
You know, you get them a bunch of fucking Rey Skywalkers and Admiral Dildos. It's not as cool.
That's illegal to give to Toys for Tots, so we're not going to do that, Kendo. But I will give them better stuff. I'm talking like good characters, like Iron Man, Spider-Man. Do kids know who Han Solo is? I don't know.
Probably.
But
No.
would it be worse if I went and just bought him a bunch of Skibbity toilet stuff?
I don't know.
Yes, on the grounds of the fact that that stuff is awful and we shouldn't let the kids keep poisoning their brains with that crap.
All right, well,
It's probably true.
we'll do we'll get them 6-7 action figures. That's the thing, right?
God damn it.
So, our friend Shrubbles08 has a very delicious title for today. The word of the day is turkey. My Black Ass presents Dion Green in Jive Turkey. Jive Turkey 2, where the white women... Jive Turkey 2, where the white women at? And fistful of turkey. Okay,
Oh my god.
I would watch Jive Turkey 2, where the white women at today. Today.
I'd watch that.
The joke is there are no white women. He eventually finds like some old... Well, no. Dion, if he found an old lady at the end of the story, he would still be like, yep, I'll do her.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Probably.
We have a
Let's
clip
be honest
somewhere
with
on our-
ourselves about our friend.
Like, he wouldn't say no to Kathy Bates. Like, that's Titanic Kathy Bates. Or about
Okay.
Schmidt Kathy Bates. Not like Matlock Kathy Bates.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I'm just like how old is it going here? Because she's looking pretty up there.
Yeah, well, she's white. Dion would say yes. But,
True.
yeah, I'm not wrong. I know my friends. I love my friends. But I'm always honest about my friends.
Yeah.
So, let's see. From Dusk Till Turkey. That's a weird title.
Turkey's on a plane.
Hot tub turkey machine. I'm trying to think of one where I can incorporate shoving a turkey up your ass to honor Pete, but I don't know where there's a turkey title up there.
There's Turkey Falling. You could just cheat instead of the movie Up. You could say Turkey Up Your Ass. There you go. That fits.
Yeah.
You got Up in there.
The turkey fell to earth.
The 50-foot turkey.
That's a good one.
Turkey Man Returns. Or it would just be Turkey Returns.
One turkey over the cuckoo's nest.
Ooh, a horror one. When a Turkey Calls. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker. So, Script Doctor and I came up with an idea for, we were joking about it on the Tuesday show about Robo Turkey, or was it Robo Gobbler? And I was like, we should turn this into something. So, I'm gonna write a script for the Asylum and see if they'll take it.
Is the Asylum still making stuff though? That's the question.
When I lived out west, I knew where the building was.
Oh,
I would see the building regularly, and I had sent them emails because I said to them, like, do you guys want to do a Cocaine Bear comic book tie-in? And I never heard anything back, but I do know how to contact them. So we got Soylent Turkey, Turkey Horizon. Yeah.
I got one that incorporates last year's title too. Turkey and the Gravy.
Oh, there we go.
Starring Sally Field.
We all really like her, or at least really like Turkey.
She's okay. I'm sure Dion likes her more than anybody, so that's fine.
Yeah, but she's in Mrs. Doubtfire, so that's an automatic plus.
It's true.
So, folks, we will table the turkey talk until next time. But in 2 weeks, it's Thanksgiving. It's actually Turkey Day. So we will not have a podcast in 2 weeks. But we'll be back the following Tuesday, Thursday, and all that fun stuff as we go through Stealing Solo 2, the campaign. Now, we'll talk about that in a minute. Our friend Overkill161 says, WCBS donated Shurikopters to local sick kids. Results in massive sick kids die off on Christmas Day. God damn!
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
12,
God.
Since I'm the 12th backer on Stealing Solo 2.
Oh, jeez.
If that happened, I'd be like, look, I don't know what this WCBS is. I guess it's our local CBS station, maybe, but I have no association with it whatsoever. I am not responsible for those children. Or those
Kendo, your face is on the logo. Good luck with getting away from that, or with that. But
it's generic white guy number 6. What do you want me to do?
He's got a point. Harsh, but fair. So, you know what? Since we're talking about food, here's a food-related super chat button.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
God.
I love him. And let's see, do we have any other food ones? No. Well, I'm going to press this because this is food to some people, but not us here.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
I was expecting the moose because I'm like, oh yeah, there are some people that eat moose, but not us. No, we got Jim Carrey busting out of a rhino. So I was like, poor bro.
It's disgusting. But Overkill161, thank you very much for your message, and thank you for being backer number 12 to Stealing Solo. Folks, Stealing Solo 2 is here right now, and you have your limited time opportunity to grab the book. Now, folks, we like to talk about how we want to get back at shitty entertainment. So about 10 years ago, I left dejected from The Force Awakens. I hated that movie. And I found you guys, and we started to build this channel, and I teamed up with a couple other dudes, and we went rolling and all this stuff, and here we are. But along the way, I had to stop and make a little story to tell how I felt about Star Wars and, well, make it just a smidge absurd to have some fun with it. And that book was Stealing Solo, where a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnapped Harrison Ford and forced him to remake Star Wars in their basement. Now, years later, we're back with the sequel. So, folks, we have Stealing Solo 2, The Power of the Farce. And you guys are very excited about this book. So far, it's just been 2 days on the dot. We're 75% of our initial funding goal, and we're about to cross into some fun territory, because tonight it is possible. Actually, it's possible anytime, but let's do it tonight. We can cross our funding goal because we're only a couple bucks shy of what the hell did I do? I logged in with my old account. I was getting ready to log into the first Stealing Solo. Excuse me. I've been rambling on because I'm trying to log into Kickstarter right now to try to find
I was like, what's going on? Also,
I'm-
also, apparently, I just learned something right this second. Asylum Entertainment has changed to another company entirely. They've been bought out, and they're no longer the Asylum or Asylum Entertainment. They're Pantheon Media Group now.
That's an improvement, right?
Sure. So,
Oh wow, we've moved up.
End
again.
of an era.
So, folks, we're going to show you the trailer for this comic, and then we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to go on with tonight's show. This is the beginning of the campaign. We have goals, we have aspirations, we have dreams, but we're going to achieve them all. Now, once we hit the initial $3,000 just to get the thing officially there, everyone unlocks a keychain and all this other wonderful stuff. But let me share the screen with you guys right now, and let's check out the trailer for Stealing Solo: The Power of the Farce by me. All right. So, folks, we are 77% of the way there. Kind of perfect since Star Wars came out in 1977. But let's get the final 23% live on the air right now. There's a lot of you out there watching, and we can make that happen right now. And then we get to the fun stuff, because we're going to unlock magnets and all this extra bonus shit. And if we hit my personal goal, which I'll share once we cross this funding threshold, I want to take WCBS international. So we have a lot of stuff we're going to do in 2025, 6, 7, 8, forever, because we're going nowhere. So here you have Stealing Solo: The Power of the Farce. This is our A cover. I drew everything, so there you go. But this is a wraparound cover. So if you guys are picking up these books and you're like, man, I like detailed art, I like detailed covers, I like all the bonus stuff. Well, when you buy from me, you get all that. So here is your favorite group of kidnappers. This time the roles reversed. So in Stealing Solo, you know the story. We kidnapped Harrison Ford and forced him to remake Star Wars in our basement. It went wrong. Everything happened. It went poorly. But like I said, every great galaxy-shaking disaster creates an equal and opposite catastrophe. And that's where Stealing Solo 2: The Power of the Farce starts, where our good pal Mark Hamill kidnaps us in an attempt to regain his dignity lost from Disney Star Wars, in an attempt to remake his film like we remade The Force Awakens in our basement. Except this time, it's crazier, it's bigger, it's a little like the Joker, intentionally. But if you enjoy Star Wars, if you like to make fun of shit, if you really want a cathartic book that's going to help you go, you know what? I'm glad I made fun of this, and I'm ready to move on to the next part. Well, there you go. This is the book for you. So as you can see here, we got just a couple pages. I don't like to spoil anything yet, but there's a lightsaber duel. There's some flashback moments. There's Kendo Ren fighting Luke Skywalker, so that's a moment in the book. But we have all kinds of fun perks. So we're almost there to the goal. We'll all get a free keychain of the logo right here. But for every 100 new backers, we'll have a magnet. So Nick, you're the first magnet.
Thanks.
I'm the second magnet. Then we have a dual magnet. We have Kendo Ren. We have the A cover poster, or the A cover as a magnet. Dion in the space milk titty costume. I don't know what you call it. That's the first page of Act 2. It's literally him in that giant suit going, what the fuck am I doing in this thing?
That's funny.
It's the kind of story that everyone can relate to, because we've all been held hostage by our favorite franchises, and so this is just a literal representation of that. But at levels 8 and 900 from backers, we have a surprise magnet, which I'll tell you about once we cross that threshold. And then at number 1,000, we get our old pal Mark, and there's a whole lot more even after this. But I don't want to jump the gun yet. I don't want people to get too excited. We got to get everybody in. So, folks, I know you backed this book. I know you want this book. Do me a favor, go out and share it so we can get even more people. We want 1 million people to back Stealing Solo. So we can make that happen. WCBS will be funded forever. We can go do weird shit like you want us to go to Ollie's and
go to
buy
Amsterdam.
books. That's guys. When we hit that big 6-figure goal, I'm taking you guys on an expense-paid trip to Amsterdam. That's not a joke. We're gonna drink our way across Europe for like a couple days because I know you got families that you can't get away from. But if you can get away for a week, the channel is gonna cover a week's drinking trip to Europe. I know Kendo would love to do that, so we just have to watch out for Dion because we might lose him to the white European ladies. But
God,
anyway,
we would. Are you kidding me? We would lose him to a fucking stewardess.
you might lose me to a hot European lady. I might just not come back.
No. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. But like Dion.
I'm not married, so it's cool.
Yeah, I was like, we gotta watch out. We gotta watch out for Dion because he likes. Yeah, when he's out with us, he likes to wander a little bit. So we gotta make sure he doesn't wander too far.
He doesn't wander in this book, but I'll tell you, Dion plays a much bigger role in this story than he did the first Stealing Solo. I always felt bad, but I was like, how can 2 people versus 2 people blackmail somebody? Like, you needed the odd numbers. So Dion was written off. He was hanging out with Hillary before they were married. This story takes place in a weird timeline.
Gotcha.
But, guys, we have all kinds of awesome perks and bonuses here. So our most popular one we're talking about here is the book, shirt, and poster combo. And you can get up to a 5XL. We can go from extra small to 5XL. So you guys can grab that shirt. All the shirts are high color printed. Then we have the basic cover for cover A right here, which is my personal favorite. We have cover B, which is the homage to the original Stealing Solo, and that's going to have a different back cover, which we'll talk about a little later after we pass that threshold. It's going to be action figure based like the original vintage Star Wars toys. Then we had a request for both covers as a tier, so you can get both books. We also have the cover B of the shirt poster combo. You can get both books, both shirts, and both posters. We have all 3. You can get the original Stealing Solo 2, and everything there is. Then there's this thing called the Stealing Solo Ultimate Collector's Bundle. There's only 10 available, and we've already sold through 30% of that.
Ooh.
It's literally a custom printed box that, here it is right here. I had these printed up from the first Stealing Solo, or the Phantom Menace edition when I was shipping that out to everybody. And here, let me fold the flaps down. But this is a big Loot Crate-sized box, custom printed with the Stealing Solo logo, and it will be filled with goodies. But it'll also come with a book, a super rare sketch cover variant, which you can't get anywhere else because I only have 11 of them left, and we have 10 available in this campaign. So I'm going to keep one for myself and give the rest to you guys. But here's the Stealing Solo box. It is a hefty box, but you'll get it full of stuff: shirts, posters, books, stickers, magnets. Hopefully, what else? Well, I can't tell you what else is coming. But that's the size of the box. And then also there's one final package. If you're really, really a big fan of me, you can get the Jeff Hicks bundle. Everything comes signed, and it's literally everything I've ever done. Every cover, every version, with the exception of the variant sketch cover. You get every poster, everything. So we give you guys the best.
Do you have your nice coffee table book that you made?
Oh, Tits and Art is included. Yes.
Good. I was worried about that.
Nick, don't worry, brother. I always make sure that we keep it available for every. Look, it is our most popular item at the conventions with ladies.
Dude,
Oddly
that
enough,
is. I remember when we were at the Lexington Toy Show Saturday. Every woman walked up and like at least bought one copy. It was wild.
Yeah, I love how people like see us in person. They're like, "This looks cool," and they take it right away. It's like, yes, I know it's got the word tits on the cover, but the thing that always makes me laugh, Nick, is when remember that lady that bought it for her kid? She's like,
Yeah.
Here you go. I was like, okay, you're an adult, so I can't tell but whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, as long don't really care.
Yeah, but we're not. Look, we're not here to talk about Tits and Art. You can go to titsandart.com right now and buy a copy if you're that curious. It's a big coffee table book. But if you guys want the Book of Booty, we just got to sell out of the back stock. But anyway, like I said, we're 77% of the way of the initial funding goal, and we're going to go even higher. This is a bigger book, and we have all kinds of stuff to give you guys. Now, I will be on Saturday morning on Comics Aficionados. I'll be over there hanging out with Wes and the crew. We'll be talking about Stealing Solo and a whole lot more. Next week, I'll also be on the 3POA. I believe it's Wednesday night. I will be on Literature Devil's stream. I got to get back with him. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm probably going to do Tuesday. But long story short, you're going to see a lot of me on the internet to promote Stealing Solo 2. So go over, get yourself a copy. Link is in the description below. This book is completely done. So as soon as this campaign closes in 28 days, I'm going to go order the books. Then they get printed and shipped to me, and then I will fulfill those books. So you're not going to have a very long wait time. We're looking at late February to get these shipped. But if you look at the Wokebusters campaign, I gave you guys constant updates. So as soon as we hit our 23% more goal, it's going to be update from me that we did it, and then you'll get a weekly update. They're going to be fun, weird updates. They're not going to be, well, let me tell you more about how much I'm working on the book, because I literally did it. So just be on the lookout for that. Get yourselves a copy, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Can Nick and I be on the lookout for that advanced PDF copy that we always get of all this shit when it's done before everybody else? Because, we're on the inside and shit.
Batman, well, this stream is only in the short format for people on their phones and mobile. StreamYards has updated their stuff. Now, Kendo, sorry to no-sell you. You guys can get PDFs, but we're not offering digital this time for anybody that's curious. But I'll hook you guys up with a PDF print file that we can get all the bonus pages too. Yeah.
Awesome. Because
Kendo, did you get that
the
package
best part about being a part of this whole campaign. And Jeff does these things. He sells it to you guys and everything like that. But Nick and I, we get a sneak copy before.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And it's just awesome that, it'd probably be like, I don't know, somebody in Marvel a long time ago when they could see Spider-Man before they printed it. It'd be cool.
Well, you guys will be getting that very soon. You can tell me what you think. Kendo?
Yeah.
Kendo Ren is my favorite part of the story. I don't know why you're so fun to write, but
when you launched the campaign the other day, I rose up off my deathbed that I was on and went out to show the wife. I was like, look, I'm in another comic book. And then I had to explain to her why I was a green woman. I'm like, no, I'm not a green. I'm almost 100% positive I'm supposed to be Kylo Ren. This is what he looks like. And it was, why is he green? I'm like, I'm probably green screen because that's how they did the Avengers.
Exactly. I do bring that joke back.
Oh my God.
I even have a tennis ball on the top of my Ray staff. So
yeah, so I was like, I'm green because that's how they made the Avengers. She didn't get that. I didn't bother to explain it any further. I just left it that and went back to watching OSW review.
Would you like me to get a version of that book with her native language in it so she can understand it?
She knows English. There's only been like once or twice that I can ever think of. I had to explain to her what a word was, and one of them is a very infamous word because we were watching Training Day.
Oh, I know what it was. My word.
And yeah, and she asked me. She goes, "Does that mean like my friend or something like that?" I'm like, "It depends on who's saying it."
Yeah.
It's a lot of context has to be
Yes.
in place for that to work.
I explained to her. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "It depends on who's saying it or who it's being said to and by whom. Just you probably should steer clear of using that word to talk to anybody, regardless how you feel about him. And that's the safest way you can play it."
Well, thank you to everybody who has listened to me talk about Stealing Solo. We'll check in more at the campaign. We went up another percentage point as we were talking. I got to watch the number go up, so that was kind of cool. But thank you very much. By the way, folks, StreamYards wants to know if this is working for you guys, because we can get rid of this vertical integration shit, but they're trying to promote it, so I thought we should check it out.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, verticals now are a big thing because now I think SAG after whatever now supports productions of vertical content. They just signed a contract like last week.
Well, Disney you saw that Bob Iger article you sent me about how Disney wants to incorporate like custom AI generated content to make YouTube or Disney Plus more interactive. I don't like any of this shit now. Like, we're just gonna be living in DLC land.
Pretty much. I mean, they also didn't they just recently like take their content off of YouTube TV, and it's causing like a big problem. I think they're losing like a few $1 million a day because of it or something. Like, it's not good.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's not really good. They love making really shitty decisions. That's how they work. So, oh well.
So, folks, let's start talking about some of the titles that you guys or no, some of the titles tonight in the thumbnail description. But by the way, Dion is on location for The Running Man. He'll be back with an early review of that for you guys.
He's probably gonna fucking love it regardless of what happens in it.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of shit reviews for it, and I'm like, I better judge this for myself. But you know, Dion's gonna love it, folks. So if you want to hear a glowing review from Dion, here's my guess. Yeah, it was pretty good. Not as good as the original, but Glenn Powell, man, you know, he brings it. My boy brings it. Like, I'm just trying to guess what he's gonna say.
If he says it just like that, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Well, it's only 30 minutes into the show, and he shows up about the 2-hour mark. I'm sure he'll say those exact words.
Yeah.
Yes, Dion's birthday was earlier in the week. He's off celebrating with the family, too. So, all right, guys. So let's start talking about this YouTuber stuff that was been going on. So, folks, this is actually more of a teaser for tomorrow's bigger video because I've been working on the script, and I have... When you address certain topics, you got to make sure you have it all mapped out. I'm not the kind of guy on YouTube that just turns on my camera and starts talking about, like, the Funko Pops. Or I don't just start talking about the Captain Marvel stuff. Or all the videos I've made, I have scripts. That's why I pay extra per month on Google, because I have all this shit stored for years and years. Long story short, what I'm getting at, though, is we're going to give you more detail tomorrow. But I was on... Grok. What I do is I ask it, what are some big topics for the week? Because I don't spend that much time on social media. If you see me, I'm working for the channel. Personal time, I'm watching The Saint now, or The Avengers, or some random-ass British shows. So I got my own thing going on. But I noticed that they were talking about, in the topics of the week, it was talking about how basically a lot of YouTube stuff that people are talking about, more the outrage, the rage bait, the clickbait stuff, they're having big implosions to the point where it's, you know, people are having backlash effect. They're angry about this stuff. They're angry at the creators. But what's actually happening too is they're finding that these videos and stuff lower media literacy, like I've been talking about too, because it lacks nuance. A lot of these videos that YouTube promotes don't have the nuance to address certain topics. It's very black and white, and that's what YouTube wants. But I found it interesting how it's like the house of cards has tumbled right as the algorithm changes and all these other things are changing. So I think YouTube, especially in our sphere, is going to be changing up for a lot of people. But what did you guys think of the stuff I sent you, or we were talking about off air? Like, pretty interesting stuff that backlash is happening now?
Yeah, it is, because I mean, we've talked about it, you've talked about it, and it's been happening, you know, even, I mean, we saw it happening with Superman, where we had you know, James Gunn said something about it, and then everybody took it as gospel, and it's like, oh, Superman's woke and we shouldn't go watch it. It's like, no, that was never the case. Yes, James Gunn said this thing because he's trying to be topical and get everybody to watch his movie and talk about it, but the movie was fine. Yeah. Like, this thing that was said was never like a big deal. It was like a couple sentences, and it was about, because, you know, Superman's an alien. That was it. And it was made a big deal, and, you know, it was just blown up proportions and everything. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, it was very odd. It was very, very odd. And you could tell some of the YouTube channels that had done it were doing it just to get, like, that really... We're doing it for clickbait, and it was just very disingenuous, and it just made them... in the end, I mean, they become an untrusted news source then because of that, because they've done those things. Like, you can't just say that stuff, and then in like 48 hours, you're proven wrong, and then, you know... What are you gonna do? Apologize? Be like, oh, sorry, you know, we didn't do it. Or like, what are you gonna do? Like, what's the end goal of this?
Yeah, the goal is always just clicks, views, and money, but there is no end game, and I think the end has kind of happened. The end is happening abruptly, and a lot of people aren't prepared for it. But as I always say, I'm an agent of chaos. I'm also an observer on the sideline of a lot of these things, and I've been noticing that too, because, you know, for a couple years, it's like post-pandemic, like that. We'll just say late 2020 into 2021, it was like nothing was extreme enough, and then people kind of ran out of stuff.
Jeff, it's AC after COVID. That's how we refer to it. Yeah,
sorry, AC, not Slater, but after COVID. It seemed like people wanted more and more extreme stuff, and it got to the point where you couldn't even talk about these things without using the buzzwords. And for example, I thought The Marvels was a shit movie, and I can give you 50 reasons why without calling it woke. I can give you 10 reasons why I thought the Barbie movie was lame, mainly because I'm a dude who went and saw it because I took my mom to go see it because her name's Barbie, and it was like a thing. But my point is, like, what's happening is I think people deserve a better class of criticism when it comes to any of the quote-unquote culture war stuff, because the same talking points are boring as shit. Like, I literally have to come up with new ways to talk about certain things because I don't want to just say, well, this looks woke, I hate it, or like Alien Earth is woke, fuck it. It's like, Alien Earth wasn't woke. Alien Earth fell apart for me because they stretched out a great premise into like 8 episodes, and I lost interest because it wasn't engaging enough. And that's a problem based on streaming. It's not because there's a woman or this and that. And like people are saying in the chat too, do you guys like woke stuff? No. But what I would consider, what falls into the woke category is something that's political first, story second. So it's like that stuff exists, but not everything that people call woke is that. Like Superman was not a woke movie. If you're saying that, it's your opinion. You can have it. I'm not going to get mad. But I look at it as either you just don't like James Gunn, or you like the Snyderverse, or there's the one thing that you just don't like the movie, and that's completely fine. You can hate anything I like. I can dislike what you like. That's what we want is the discourse. But I found that this just constant like making up shit before stuff comes out to get people riled up, and then it's not in the movie, it's not in the show, it's not a part of anything. It's just wasted digital space, and people are fucking tired of it. And I found that interesting because I wasn't even looking this up. I'm looking for what hot topics are that will appeal to the audience, and that popped up right away. And I'm like, oh shit, if Grok is giving me that with all these other random things that I don't know, this must be important. So I thought it was our duty to talk about relevant shit here on the channel. You son of a Barbie. J-Red, you get the comment of the night. That is awesome right there. Shout out to J-Red. Let's see. Wasn't the alien gay? In Alien Earth? How can an alien... Never mind, I just joking. I'm like, how are they gay? They give...
I mean...
Aren't they asexual? They have a queen.
Yeah, they're like insects, right?
Yeah, are bumblebees gay? Like, I know the Transformers not that cool, but like, are actual bees homosexual? Can we call up like a botanist or a... Well, no, that's plants. Like an insectoid fan? I don't know. I'm drawing at straws here, man. I've made my point 3 times over. What do you guys think about this? Like, this new direction, this anti-woke whatever is falling apart. Because I'm glad we're not involved with just that. Like, that's not our brand.
Well, and the thing is that, like, it's one of those things where, I mean, you could do that once and be fine, because I figure if you do that twice, you start to lose faith in the audience will lose faith in you, and you lose credibility, because I understand chasing clicks and clickbait sometimes, but when you do it so often, you lose integrity. And I feel like at some point people are going to be like, well, fuck them. They just keep spouting bullshit into the ether, and I'm not going to listen to them anymore. I might even unsubscribe, or I might just ignore their videos. Like, you lose all of it. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me as a YouTube channel. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would do that. I don't get it.
And Sly, you make a great point about stuff being pointed and pushed in one direction. I agree with that. That's why. See, I want just a better class of criticism where you can discuss why Ghostbusters 2016 is bad and all of those things. And I agree that is. Go back and watch our videos on it. But what I'm trying to get at is people are just making shit up to be more extreme. And like the point you made about the backs up against the wall, I don't think anybody's backs up against the wall anymore. That era is kind of over. And it's not that I'm like championing all this new great stuff. What I'm saying is that shit was prevalent for a long time. It got really heavy. Let's just say 2012 to 2020. The bottom fell out of any kind of money in that. When you have movies like Snow White and Little Mermaid, those failed. Like, they either underperformed or they just broke even. They're not breaking records. But it's all the stuff that doesn't feature the race swapping and all that broke. And that's true. That's all valid. But like, we're kind of past that. Disney's going to keep doing it because that's their brand. And Disney's always been doing that shit. But at some point, it's just like giving them advertisement. Like Predator, everybody said Predator was going to suck, and it opened, and it flopped. They were saying it's going to flop, and it opened to like $80 million worldwide, and all this other stuff. All of these things are just being said as factual, and everybody's getting riled up, and then other people are going, well, this is all made up, and that's what's happening right now. So I think if Grok is sitting there going to me, this is a relevant topic, I thought, well, shit, I guess it is a relevant topic, and people care. So
it's almost like a mild version. Pay no attention to that. He's upset that he has no more Oreo ice cream, and that I won't drive to the store to get him any. Well, I don't eat 3 of them for dinner, and so it's kind of like, there it is, like wish fulfillment, I guess, that they want to report that it's woke or it's this or it's that or it's going to be terrible, so that way when it happens they can go, see, told you so. But then if it doesn't, they can just be like, wow, we take that with a grain of salt. You know, we just reported what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But even then, like if you're wrong about it, like, you know, a few more times than you're right about it, then it seems very like, you know.
But they already got your click and your view, so it doesn't matter. So it's just move on to the next one. It's like the 24-hour news cycle. It's something different constantly all the time. You throw a video out there, you make a new one. If it contradicts it, so what?
Yeah.
So they're like what is it, MSNBC News? Gotcha.
Is Robin Hood still on there? Because she was kind of good looking.
I don't know. She may have left.
That was like, God, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah, but it seems like she probably left.
Yeah. But yeah, Ghostbusters 2016 really is the focal point for all this bad entertainment.
Listen, there's something worse than that. It's called, what was it? Black Christmas 2019. That one's way the fuck worse.
Charlie's Angels was pretty shit.
No. Black Christmas 2019 is the worst. I will go on record and I will fight for that. It is the worst of that era.
He has willingly marched up that hill to die on it numerous times for 6 years, to the point where I trust his opinion on this. I've never watched it, but I'm like, look, Nick, every time something gets brought up about terrible movies that are like the worst movie you could ever watch, that man goes to bat for the fact that movie is bar none 100% the worst movie you could ever lay eyes on.
Yeah,
so I believe him.
I wanted to know what happened behind the scenes of how bad it was, so I ripped it off and listened to the commentary as well. Holy fucking shit! Was it just even the behind the scenes stories were fucking bad. Like it is no terrible movie. That's when I think not the Asylum, Blumhouse started the Gooniverse, where it was just like.
That means something completely different in 2025.
Yeah, it really does.
I know it does. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
The Black Goo universe. There you go. But they were trying to do that and it just didn't work. They tried it with like 3 movies and it just didn't happen. But that movie is the most egregious of that era. And if you have never watched it, for the love of God, don't.
Yeah, just don't. Nick, here's our new T-shirt. Gooners never say die. I'm gonna fucking make that tomorrow. I'm gonna sell that shit. Enoch, I got a free shirt coming your way.
Oh fuck, that'd be hilarious. But you have to put a Goonies reference in there.
Yeah, I'll put it in the Goonies font.
There you go. Put in the Goonies font. Oh my god.
No, but to kind of put a bow on all of this stuff, because I want you guys to be primed for the video that's going to drop probably tomorrow afternoon, maybe Saturday morning at the latest, because I got a couple errands to run. I just wanted to get this conversation out there, because if Hollywood and everybody was still going down this path, and I'm not going to act like any of these quote-unquote woke movies or things that people like are all of a sudden good. I'm not going to change who I am. But I don't think that Hollywood's going down that path outside of Disney as much. Because, like, Script Doctor is legit, all right? He knows movies. He works on movies. He knows this stuff. And I take his word at I take it seriously. Like, what he tells me, I'm going to believe, because what's the point? He works on these sets. He's involved with this shit. He's like, what burnt me out on a lot of this stuff is like constant fake rumors, constant bullshit. Like they used to lie and say like, oh, this is all a story. Like, it's in a fucking printed book. Like, companies aren't printing these fake books for your narrative about Kathleen Kennedy or whatever. It's like, what the fuck? And I make this shit criticizing her, but it goes up into this like crazy direction where even I go, no. We got to bring this back, because if it goes too far, everybody loses credibility, and it takes away the teeth of our arguments and our points. Because at the end of the day, we all want better entertainment. We all want stuff that isn't ideologically driven, and we want stuff that appeals to everybody. Because I think, for as much as everybody's hungry for nostalgia, the monoculture brings people together, and the internet takes it away. And so I think people really do want that monoculture, and if we can find good movies to gravitate towards in the modern age, that is a little bit of that monoculture coming back. Like a Mission Impossible. That's a good, solid movie. We can all gather around that one. Or Top Gun 2, Maverick. Everybody liked Maverick. That movie kicked ass. There is good stuff out there. There is garbage out there. There is, quote-unquote, the wokeness movies that people hate on. Like, am I going to go watch Wicked or Wicked 2? Fuck no. I am not into musicals or chick flicks. So I'm not going to call it anything. It's really not my cup of tea. But if people are calling it all these things without reviewing it or seeing it, I don't know what the point is. Like, Nick, I think I should start reviewing movies. Like, I'm going to review The Running Man right now. You know, The Running Man just came out. It stars Glenn Powell. It's directed by Edgar Wright. And I like Edgar Wright. He's made great films like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, a lot of classic. Baby Driver is in there as well. But his take on The Running Man is so detrimental to society. It's all garbage. Like, you see what I'm saying? I can make this shit up and then make it sound like I've seen the fucking movie. So,
well, I mean, that's okay. That you could do that to a point, also because modern movies are like the epitome of mediocrity. Like, it's just like mid-level shit now, and it's not good.
but
I do have
is in a movie though.
Yeah, but
if
I
sucks, then it's not woke. It just sucks. Now, you can use woke to describe a myriad of things. Captain Marvel, although that was both. It was woke and it sucked.
Yep.
The Eternals, both woke and sucked. If I really wanted to, I could say, well, I'm looking for anything and everything that I could talk. Welcome to Dairy's woke because there's non-white kids in it or something like that. You could do that if you really wanted to, but sometimes it's either played out because you're just looking for, Moses in the burning bushes, they used to say, or you could just you're looking for clicks. But yeah, there's a difference between something that is woke and something that sucks. And I'm trying to think of another great, wonderful piece of super woke entertainment. The Star Wars sequel trilogy. You could consider that woke. It also sucks, but it's due to the forced, being female and inclusion of different things and saying, look, we're doing this for this sake. And isn't it cool that there's a black action hero in it? It's like, well, we've had that before. So this isn't new and all that other stuff. That's what woke is.
Yeah. I will, and I'll also never forgive them for the fucking space horses. I'm sorry, never gonna forgive them for that.
Do you think I should put space horses in Frankenfisher?
Yes.
We have to have sporces.
Yes, because they thought that was such a good idea. They put it in the fucking trailer that dropped as soon as
it was more of a. We've got this primitive group of people because we had it in the first trilogy, where they had the Ewoks, the primitive group of not people but humanoid creatures. Did they have it in this? Did they have it in the prequel trilogy? I'm trying to remember.
The Gungans.
Yes.
And the Wookiees.
So there you go.
Okay.
So again, there it is. So now we have to have it again, except for we can't just have animals. We need to show that there are these primitive humanoid creatures because, reasons, maybe because we want to talk about manifested destiny that happened all over this place. Something that I don't know, but it was these noble pseudo-native creatures that are taking on the evil Empire Mark II, and they fought bravely with what they had at their disposal, which was horses on a Star Destroyer that was taking off. That is made of a smooth metallic surface that horses clip-clopping wouldn't fucking work on anyway because they would just slide the fuck off the second that thing went. So
yeah, and then in the middle of
fucking
space.
Good job, JJ. We're gonna show how awesome and loving we are by dropping a bunch of horses to their death from 50 to 100 feet in the air. Good for you, idiot.
Yeah.
What a tard.
Sorry, I got distracted for a quick second because I just accidentally clicked on an article about the carpenter's son, and it was IGN. Now here we go, folks. This is one thing. You can make these points because you got how do I want to phrase this? Because right here, our friend Sly was talking about after you've seen the 100 movies saying white men are bad, it starts eating away till you feel numb. I agree that is stupid.
Oh yeah.
But we're not seeing it the same way as people are acting like we are. Because, before, you didn't have to look for it. It was just hit your feed. It would find you. You'd see, the only time I've seen it recently is dumbass Elizabeth Banks going on about, the only one man is in this director category, and he fucking wins.
Dude, that was the best.
Once again, showing how the patriarchy overcomes everything. It's just like when Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year. It's like, that is a dude named Bruce Jenner. He's now a womanized. That patriarchy has come home to win again. You know what? Put all those transgender men in women's sports. I don't care if patriarchy keeps winning. Let's go.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
Oh man.
See, I think a lot of this stuff, though, this is my last point before we read the super chat, is you got a lot of journalists and a lot of writers who try to propagate this stuff and go on about this, but those are the people that are doing it. I'm not seeing, like, you think the Mandalorian's going to have a trans allegory character in the trailer? I don't think they will this time. It could always happen in Disney Star Wars, but I don't think it'll be in the next trailer. I think it'd be kind of stupid because you'll lose so much of your audience.
It probably
won't be in the trailer.
It won't be in the trailer, but
it'll
it might
be in episode 2.
Yeah, it might be in episode for
Kathleen Kennedy she'll put the trailer out there, the first episode out, and she'll get the shakes because there ain't a chick that's lame and gay in it, and all the other digs and everything like that. And by episode 2, she'll be able to push the, it's like that meme. Put out a trailer to get people to watch the show, or put a trans chick in it or something like that. And Kathleen Kennedy's sweating at her brow, trying to know what button do I push. She's gonna push the first button, and then as soon as episode 2, boom, second button goes in, and that's when Mando gets beat up by a dude that's actually a chick.
Jeez. Isn't she supposed to be? Isn't her contract up in 2026 or something?
Sure.
Yeah,
Nick,
you know what? She's getting shot out of a cannon tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's what's
I have it on
happening.
good authority that Kathleen Kennedy is being fired this week, just like she was last week, and the week after that, and she wasn't going to make it out of 2024, and she's going to get fired the week. My sources close to the situation, Nick, tell me that her ass was fired 10 fucking minutes ago. Okay, her Bob Iger walking donkey punch
I can confirm
her
it
right
right
out
here.
of her desk.
I'm
Told her to
glad.
pack her fucking bags, and they dragged her out, kicking and screaming. Video will be on the tweeters momentarily. Bank on that. If I'm wrong, then I'm going to blame my source.
Oh God.
2, he probably meant next week, and I just got the dates confused. It's okay.
Yeah, you've been having that problem since 2020, buddy.
Dude, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought that back for a second.
Yeah.
Every fucking week she was like, "Oh, she's gone this week," and like, all right, whatever.
But dude, I got tired of getting all the messages like, "Jeff, don't you know that this is happening?" And I'm like, "No, it's not." And I would be bombarded with all this shit like, "It's happening, it's happening," and then people would be like angry that I wouldn't go along with the shit. It's like, no,
Dude, it's like
I need to see this shit.
Dude, it's like when people say the rapture's happening. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
It might.
Just bring it. The Earth
Yeah, it's
sucks
like,
anyway. I don't care.
Whatever, just let it happen. It's fine.
What's going to happen first? The Rapture, GTA 6, or Kathleen Kennedy get fired? My money's on Rapture.
My money's
Yeah.
on 6.
I would love if we got like a tweet from the heavens that said the rapture's been delayed for 6 more months.
We're still polishing the trumpets, and we can't find Gabriel. Just hold on for a minute. We will rapture you next year.
Yeah. 6 years later, there's a rapture.
Oh God.
But yeah, even if she was gone, it wouldn't stop. That's the thing, though. Like,
oh no, they probably put in somebody else who's 10 times worse.
Yeah, she'll have her handpicked successor. That's the thing.
But I think that's what people are tired of. There's the internet conjecture, and then if you look at it realistically for a minute, it can't get any fucking worse. People don't care anymore.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't, because there is a point, because merchandise ain't selling like it used to. And if you look at like the merchandise like I do, they're not making all this diverse shit. You know, they talk about the forced diversity. When you make characters in these movies that nobody likes, that's one thing. But when you make physical products with these characters on it, and they don't sell, and they just sit for literally years, and then you look at what they're making now, and it's like Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, in 3 different scales. This, and that, at different scales. Like, they want to make money. And we're at a point where, like, there's a lot of uncertainty. And so people, even companies, got to worry about shit. So, like, there's no way that I would believe, like, they're going to intentionally get somebody in there that's worse. If anything, it just goes away. Like, you ever notice how quiet Marvel is right now? And I don't mean, like, because there's no movies coming out. It used to be, like, people would go, oh, this guy's going to be in this one, or there's this, or there's hype, or there's...
I think,
it's like it's fucking dead right now.
No, it is really dead, and I think it's one of those things where, like, they have gotten too quiet almost now, and it's like, when the new movie comes out in 2027, I think it'll flop. I think both movies will kind of flop, or they'll underperform at least, because I don't think they're going to do like billions of dollars as they think they are, because there's not a Marvel movie coming out until what, 2026, 2027. So the
Endgame is over, dude. Like that kind of hype and that money, like that was our last version of monoculture. And it was like it's weird too, like BC and AC, because realistically, everything kind of felt like it was leading up into a lot of closure and entertainment. I'm not talking about like the world. We're not getting to philosophical stuff here, but it's like Marvel closed out, Star Wars closed out, and then normalcy closed out. And now we're just in this really new era. But I don't think people are going to be going to see Doomsday for like $2.3 billion at the box office.
No.
You got people that'll stay at home for streaming, but I also think people are just like, it's a fad. Like, Westerns didn't go away completely, but they're not making as many Westerns as they used to.
Yeah.
So,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah. I think the next Spider-Man movie will make more than Doomsday 2 because Spider-Man is recession-proof. Spider-Man is one of those characters like Batman that it's
I was just going to say that. Yeah, I was going to say that. Batman's also recession-proof as well. You're at least going to make your money back on Batman and Superman for sure.
Yeah, in Spider-Man, you're going to make a profit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even the shittiest ones, those Andrew Garfield movies, still made like $700 million. Now, I don't know what the profit margin is.
Yeah. I know some people are still waiting for, what is it, alternative Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Oh, Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking you were going somewhere else with that. I'm like, oh, wait a second. Is this the one where he goes after his buddy instead of Gwen Stacy? I'm not sure which it is.
Listen, I'm sure that's on the horizon as well too. Or maybe it was, and they just didn't make it.
I know web shooting like this. He web shoots like this.
Oh God!
Oh my God! I know there's one with Nicolas Cage I'm looking forward to. I think it's like Spider-Man Noir or something that's gonna.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that one looks fun.
Just say there's something with Nicolas Cage that's the blanket. Yes, we're looking forward to that. It's Nicolas Cage.
Well, he's also
we still look forward to it.
There's one that Jeff talked about it a minute ago. It's The Carpenter's Son, which is Nicolas Cage's Jesus horror movie.
I'm thinking I might go see that tomorrow.
Yeah,
I very well cannot wait to stream that at home. I'm not gonna go put money into it because I don't know when the hell I'd actually be able to get away to a movie by myself. And I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to take the wife to see that because within 10 minutes, she'd be like, this isn't the Jesus movie. And I would have to answer a lot of fucking questions on that car ride home the whole time, seething over the fact that I just dumped $50 in the movie tickets and didn't get to watch the whole fucking movie.
You know, Nick, being single isn't that bad.
God damn. Oh.
Yeah.
It's got its perks.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Kendo. As soon as I acquire the movie, you'll get a copy too.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, don't worry. As soon as it gets arranged for you, you'll be married too.
That ain't gonna happen. Don't worry.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Alternative Spider-Man.
Yep.
I guess he's got.
Miles Morales, because because he's really profitable.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony1234's IZE. Says, hey guys, first time watching your stream. Well, welcome in, man. Hopefully you had a good time. We like to play games. We have words of the day. We have buttons, all kinds of great stuff. So spread the word. Let's get this thing rolling even higher. Our friend Shrubbles08 says, I'll take a 5 and a Joe Rogan high as fuck, please. Sure.
You got it.
Anything else you guys want to say about a topic we just discussed before I start pressing the buttons?
Press them buttons.
Nope.
All right. Here's number 5.
Oh, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
You know what? That was a little short. Let's press another one.
Message! Message! Message!
Great movie.
Love the wins.
Now, to our topic, though, would we want to watch a wokeified version of that movie where all the characters become white?
Oh, is it a parody?
Yeah, instead of don't.
Oh, I would absolutely watch the whitest hood movie ever. Like, I want to make this movie where it's just like the cast of the OC and the cast of The Hills and Dawson's Creek, and it's just like you're remaking a John Singleton movie. Like, that would be hilarious to me. Where they're so serious.
Yeah, instead of like Boys in the Hood, it's like Boys in the Hills, and it's like
Boys in the Hills.
And instead of dealing with like all the issues that down in South Central they would deal with, it'd be like, oh, my car has been scratched, Monty. What shall we do?
I want one that deals with like Shanika getting pregnant again. Like, I want to see that done in the whitest way possible.
Listen. We need white chicks too. We need white chicks part 2 is what we need. That's exactly what we need.
I still need to watch part 1. I have never seen
It's
White
all right.
Chicks.
So it's one of those movies that it was definitely a 100% product of the early 2000s.
Yes.
And people will be like, oh, you can't make that today. I would beg to differ. You totally could. You might not. It might not be as good as it was because the Wayans are 20 years removed from that point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, number one, they were not convincing looking white women to be.
No, they weren't.
But I think that's part of the joke. But that it's, if you take it on the face of what it is, I think it's hilarious. You know, people are like, oh, look, they're white face and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's funny, okay? I laughed at it the same way I laughed at Dan Aykroyd in blackface and Trading Places. Did I see it as offensive in any way? No. I was like, he's making fun of, they're making fun. No. I was just like, they went undercover to pretend to get into this high school clique or whatever, and they had to pretend to be white girls. It's just how it works. Go watch it. It's definitely something for you to say, it's a Thursday afternoon or a Tuesday afternoon. You're kind of bored. You're going to ride your bike and you're going to watch something for 90 minutes. White chicks.
Yeah,
I'll put it on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's very much it's very much a product of its time. I know they did tease a part 2 or something as well. So, but I mean, it was just rumor, but I doubt they'll ever do it because Hollywood. I don't think Hollywood thinks they're bankable anymore.
It's because of the idiots on social media and the people who write these fucking lame-ass articles that they have way more say than they should, because these companies go, oh my God, people on the internet are upset. It's like, no, some dumbass dude from no guy works at the Mary Sue. Some chick at the Mary Sue is offended because so-and-so, Sydney Sweeney's, whatever. It's like, audiences, we all want the most basic shit. Good-looking people, big explosions, big muscles,
funny.
Big boobs, big asses, funny, good effects, a good story first. Like, well, let's be honest. I have sat through many a shit story movies because they were entertaining. So, like, I need to get off the fucking story first high horse. I have so many movies that are absurd and stupid, and I love them. And I don't care how realistic they are or the character motivation. If they're entertaining and they have that's it. Because, like, a lot of the quote-unquote woke entertainment isn't entertaining shit. It's just shit. And when it gets infused to the stuff that is good, like a Ghostbusters, like an Indiana Jones, like a Star Wars, then it becomes, let's use their words, problematic. It's fucking stupid.
Oh,
I know, right? That's the thing. I haven't softened my edge about any of this shit. I want some goddamn truth associated with this type of conversation, because if you want to talk about the culture war, that's great, but don't go misrepresenting this bullshit because there's nothing to fucking talk about. Make other content. You think look, Ollie's videos. People love those. I meet people all the time and say, hey, you're that guy that does the Ollie's videos. I love them. I go, thanks. That's a newer thing on the channel. People go on about, here's the funny thing. People that meet me in real life are always talking about the Ollie's videos and fun shit. The people that see me on Twitter are like, oh, those Brie Larson videos you made, all 100 of them. I'm like, you got me mistaken for the wrong fucking person, first off. Secondly, I will always tear apart shit in a world-class manner. And I love doing it. And I ain't going to stop anytime soon. But,
well, be sure to keep using those words against them, problematic, or as Sly points out, toxic. They hate it when you use their own tactics against them, Jefferson. But
well, no,
fight.
Well, and here's what they hate even more. They hate when you look like us and use those words against them. They really hate.
There's that as well too. Because anytime you've put out anything controversial that they would hate, who always gets the blame on Twitter for putting that information out there? Me. And I almost never had anything to do with it. They're like, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. I can't. There it is. The white guy. And it's like,
hey, Nick, you remember that book you read, The Black Guy Dies First?
Yeah.
We should write a really terrible book called Blame the White Man. And it's just some absurd garbage story. It's like 3 black dudes let's make it more ethnic. It's a black guy, a half black guy, and an Indian guy. They go on this crime spree. And then their white friend gets arrested for it because he's on the show and he's the white guy. Let's write that story.
I think there's a part 2 to that book. Like, they made another book alongside of that, and it's like, I've read the first one. I don't know how much more bullshit you can squeeze out of this topic, because even in the first 4 chapters, they just keep going back to 2 movies that have just come out over the last 100 years, where the black guy dies first. That's it. Now, now the black guy always dying is a trope, but that's entirely different.
So, Nick, you ask how much more bullshit they can squeeze out of it. the answer to that is how many books can they sell? Because if they sell enough to make money, they can go ahead and grab that pile of bullshit and squeeze just a bit harder to see if they can make a third book. See, as long as you keep making money, they're going to keep doing it. That's how almost every industry works. As long as it keeps making money.
Yeah, I know about making sequels, so believe me, it's a valid point. But,
exactly. Jeff wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't making money.
It's weird. Stealing Solo 1 is the book that never stops. I just sold more today. Like, the first one just keeps on rolling. So,
it's kind of like when a new movie was coming out and it was a sequel, you went to the video store to either purchase or rent the previous one because you had to watch the first one before you get the second one. Same scenario, except for, your comic book is a higher quality product than most movies. Nah, yeah. I was going to say, like Jurassic Park, you got it, but that was lightning in a bottle. Never mind.
I will never compare myself to the classics, but I will say we're on par with, we're better than Caddyshack 2.
Oh,
but we're not as good as Caddyshack 1.
I fucking walked into the corner of the bed earlier today, and that was better than Caddyshack 2.
We have a mutual friend, I'll tell you his name off air, who tries to convince me that Caddyshack 2 is a good movie and will talk to me regularly about how funny it is and how it's misunderstood. And I just don't fucking listen to him when he talks about it because I think Caddyshack 2 is trash.
Fucking Loudy, isn't it?
No, I'll tell you off air.
I was just saying that seemed like a Loudy movie.
Here, I'm going to message you in the chat right now.
It really does.
And I'll probably be like, oh, okay, never mind. That lines up. If it wasn't Loudy, it was him.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Well,
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Never mind. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm still going to blame Loudy. Fucking Loudy.
Yeah, I blame him too. Shout out to our friend Mike. What's up, man? Here is the button that was requested.
Imagine if you gave a white supremacist 5-MeO DMT, and then as the first one, as they're exhaling,
yeah.
What a rush!
I do like that button. I made it myself. It's weird. It feels weird complimenting something I did, but I think that's a funny one.
Good old Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan flying on a hot dog thing will never get old.
It never will.
I go through ebbs and flows with Joe Rogan, where I'll listen to the clips when I'm cooking lunch or something. But it's been a couple of months where he's kind of out of my it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And anytime he does pop up, I actually will now second guess him. We're of the age where you were always told, don't believe everything you see on the internet. The internet was always treated as it's a thing you can use, but most of it's fake bullshit. Don't get suckered in. Don't give your real name. Don't give your credit card. Don't do any of this shit. So I'm still a little conditioned to think everything on the internet is kind of bullshit. And so now I get myself thinking if a clip pops up, I go, am I going to watch this? I don't know, because I don't know how much I can believe his experts or him or anything. So I just tend to watch other shit instead, literally anything. I've been watching shit on 70 sitcoms lately.
Nice. Yeah, no, I've been watching the Y-Files a lot. So that guy does a really good job of presenting his arguments. He does a really good job with that. There was one he did about Google and the CIA, which was really terrifying. So, yikes.
See, I want to do more like him, where it talks about a problem in a greater detail like that. That's what I want out of YouTube. And the Y-Files, man, when we hang out, we should go down that rabbit hole. When we're all together.
Dude, he's got 4 and 5 hour compilations of stuff. It's
Jeff, would you like to go down an alternate history rabbit hole that I sent Nick down on the other night when I was laying on my deathbed?
That was such a good fucking episode, or such a good video, dude. I love that. Oh my god.
And anybody else, I'm more than willing to plug this guy's channel because plug another podcast.
Alternate history is legit. I will give a promotion. I believe channel.
It's called 2 Brain Cells. But the video I sent Nick was what happened if there was a modern aircraft carrier at Pearl Harbor, and it's a 10-minute video where it was really good. And it's not even the Japanese fleet would go boom. It wasn't anything like that. It was the guy literally was so here's our most modern, best aircraft carrier we have. Here's what it's got. Here's what it does. Here's what it can do. Here's what it's good to do. Here's what it's not supposed to do: fight and exist in 1941. But we're going to put it there anyway.
Yeah.
And he would like, first wave goes out, and suddenly out of nowhere, this Japanese bomber explodes because it was shot by a missile that has a 50-mile capacity, and they had no idea and he does it in a way that's like funny as well too. And then he had other ones like, what would happen if a Navy SEAL squad fought in the gladiatorial arena?
Oh yeah.
And, essentially, spoiler alert, the SEALs won, and it was like, what would happen if a modern tank was dropped into World War I? It's just great because he does.
Send me that because I want to watch that this weekend.
Oh, dude, no,
after I get back from my Friendsgiving party.
Definitely will send it over to you. But yeah, it's just great because they're like 9-10 minute little bite-sized videos, and they're funny as shit. Like the one I watched last night, what would happen if an F-35 Raptor, fought in the Battle of Britain? And it's like, you have a plane that's built specifically for modern times, fighting in 1940, and like half the first wave of German, bombers didn't even make it because they were shot down by missiles that have 60-mile ranges that never saw them coming. It's great.
Yeah.
I will definitely I want to go down that rabbit hole. I love alternate history. I like a lot of those videos that do the infographics of stuff too.
Oh yeah. That's what this does, because it's basically like an animated thing that he'll show you of like what happens with all these with these specific jets and how they would operate and what would happen and things like that. So it does a very good job of giving you the details of those things.
Yeah, it's informative and entertaining.
Yep.
Especially when it's military aircraft and technology that belongs to the United States going and doing these things. It's like, yes, fuck, I know we won World War II, but watching us kick the shit out of them even earlier is even better.
Hey guys, I have a confirmation from our friend Mike about how long it takes to drive through Rhode Island. We have been on the air for longer than we could have driven through Rhode Island multiple times on the show. What, 3 times now?
Nice.
Close to it.
Yeah.
And also, too, somebody in the chat said about Jeff strikes me as somebody who can make good food. Yes, I can. I got a text from my friend the other day. I went to her Halloween party. She's like, that pork you made was so good. She's having a Christmas party, and I think she was trying to like get me to make it again. So, yeah. I'll never make food-related content because you can't eat it along with me. So, like, what's the point? It's like, hey, man, I'm going to make this delicious sandwich.
Also, we tried that with a pork once, and nobody cared.
It was weird, yeah. I'm gonna release that every year on Thanksgiving. It's almost time, Nick.
You should. Just re-upload it and see what hains. Like, I doubt anybody would fucking care, but
you know what? I'm gonna upload it, and I'm gonna have a Stealing Solo commercial in it.
There you go.
Yeah.
This video is brought to you by Stealing Solo too.
Yeah, because the porgs were the most like they tried selling that like the Ewoks, and nobody fucking gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit about the porgs.
We're past like.
We are past them, but like
no. But all I was gonna say, unless it's from Japan or that like chibi weeboo shit, people don't want cutesy characters anymore. If it's from Japan, they'll take it. They're like, I don't care if you're a sentient tear, a fucking walking turd, a kernel of corn. Like, I will buy you if you're from Japan. But in America, if they make some cutesy ass character, everybody's fucking ready to like cut its head off. And I don't want cutesy characters because I don't think kids want them either in movies. Like, if it's Lilo and Stitch, fine, that's a kids movie. But like, I look at a Star Wars as kind of like an all ages thing where it's, kid's story, but there's a lot of nuance that kids won't understand. So it's meant to get kids to buy the merchandise, but entertain general audiences.
Yeah.
So
Listen. We need to make this this younger generation or any of them now. We need to bring back Happy Tree Friends. Okay. Happy Tree Friends needs to come back in a big way.
I love that shit, dude. I would watch that. I think it was probably around the end of high school, beginning of college when Lunchbox introduced me to Happy Tree Friends. And that stuff was great because I remember one time sitting around the dorm and a couple of the guys that were, one of them was my roommate, one of his friends was very wholesome individuals. And I was like, guys, let's watch some cartoons while I was rip-roaring hammered. And I put in my Happy Tree Friends DVD. And I'm pretty sure I psychologically broke 2 people that night. Here's
the thing. Kids nowadays wouldn't be able to fucking handle it. I can guarantee that. They would freak out.
It was the equivalent of sitting there drunk on the couch in the year like 2002 or 3 Michigan with Rod and Todd Flanders watching Happy Tree Friends because that's what happened. I'm laughing my ass off and they're both sitting there like wide-eyed, like freaked out that these cutesy little animals were having the worst possible stuff happening to them. And I'm like, what? This is funny, especially when like Flippy goes crazy.
Flippy, that's his name, fucking Flippy.
I fucking loved Flippy. I had a Flippy wristband that I bought from Spencer's, And on the one side, he's like the happy little flippy, all smiling and cute.
Nice.
And you turn the wristband over, and he's like fucking got the bloodshot eyes and a knife in his teeth and pulling a grenade. That was awesome. I wish I knew where that was at. I fucking love Flippy.
I still remember the damn theme song.
Yep. I might have to try to acquire all the Happy Tree Friends cartoons.
J Red says buy 3 comic books and get a handmade sandwich for free. If you, here's the thing: if you buy my books and you meet me in person, I will make you some food. Seriously, I will make something. Like I got a Friendsgiving to go to this weekend, so I got to cook.
Jeff will make you a leftover turkey sandwich.
Yeah,
dude, that turkey is gone that I made because that shit is awesome. I brined it in beer for 2 days with this.
Holy
seasoning.
shit!
And then it was a turkey breast because I didn't want to take all this time with all the other parts because we only eat white meat in this house. And so I decided I got to season it up. I got to do this, and then I just shoved a whole stick of butter in the opening and called it a day, and it cooked for 2 hours, and it was
nice.
You ever like bake some? I've had this happen a couple times where I'm like, I can't believe I made this. Like I ate some soup recently. I was like, that's good soup. And I made I made chicken parm not that long ago, and I was like, damn, I did a good job too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you buy all my books. If it wasn't a problem to ship you food, if you bought the Jeff Hicks edition, I would make you like a snack tray. We'd wrap all your shit in plastic, and there we go.
Yeah, folks, there you go. That's the WCBS deal right there. If you buy the books and you run into one of us in public, we'll sign it for you and buy you like a soda or a beer or something like that. Please don't approach me when I'm out with my kid. I get very defensive when strangers walk up to me when my child is there because I don't trust people, and there's a good chance you come running up to me and like, oh my God, it's you. And I see you like reaching out, and I'm thinking I'll be like, boom. And I will ask questions after that. Just be like, Kendo, and hold up the comic book, and I'll be slightly disarmed, but I'll be like, hey, here's $5. Go get a drink.
Jeez.
I think it's very important, but I just want to say Arizona Ron from Tucson, I sell my whole at 7. This is such a random ass comment.
Listen. Times are rough. Good for you.
I don't judge. You know the song Hash Pipe's about that. So
get that fucking bag. However you feel that you need to do so.
Yeah, feel the bag, DDP style. All right, so we've talked about food long enough. The audience is getting hungry. I could make you a big grilled cheese. I eat grilled ham and cheese. It's a good sandwich. I'm a cheese snob too. I use higher end cheese. Like last food point, if I'm making something with cheese that needs to be grated cheese, I refuse to use the kind in the bag because it doesn't.
Oh wow! So you grate your own
every time. Even if I'm making something for myself, it's like, oh, I need some cheese. I've bent so many cheese graters. Because they're like, I'm too hard on them. It's like, I don't want to like scrape my knuckles off, but I'm like, fucking cheese grind.
One of the most supreme moves you can make is what I did last night. I was making myself a quesadilla, and aside from the cheese and the tortilla and a little bit of the chili powder and some hot sauce, I threw in some nice freshly fried pieces of bacon. And I'm like, we're gonna make this. It's a bacon cheese sandwich to go with my tomato soup, and it was delicious.
Very nice.
So bacon, folks, really does make everything better.
I have
always.
I have 10 packs of bacon in my freezer, but some of them are more than 1 pound each. So I have a lot of bacon.
Wow.
If the apocalypse happened and we still had electricity, I could have bacon for a while. I'd be happy.
I mean, there's absolutely no shame in eating a pound of bacon for dinner before or at any point. I've done that more than once in my life.
You drank a lot of water though, right? To flush the sodium out?
Well, yes, because I'm like, that is a lot of fat and salts that I just took in. I might want to, go easy for the rest of the night and drink some water, but I'm still alive. So it clearly
for now.
Dude, Nick, that Cajun restaurant we went to in Chattanooga, that food was so salty. I had to drink like a gallon of water at dinner.
Yeah. I don't even remember what the fuck I ate at that restaurant.
We ate the same thing. We both got jambalaya. We were fucking
all right,
on those drinks.
Because I remember getting there. I remember like leaving. I don't remember what the fuck I had. Like I barely remember leaving.
Your Uber guy took you to the wrong place.
No. I ordered the Uber to come pick me up at the hotel. Pissed him off and had to cancel like right as he got there. Then I had to go like I think I went from like Uber to Lyft. I switched apps so this way like I wouldn't nothing else would happen. But then like I made it back. Don't know how, but I made it back to my room. So yeah, it was a weird night.
Dildo Schwaggins, I do make barbecue ribs. So if you buy beer, I'll bring a slab of ribs, and we'll talk about GoldenEye at 30 as we eat barbecue. There we go. And Kendo can bring the bacon sandwiches, and Nick can bring some of the stuff I brought him down from Cincinnati, and we can just have a good time.
I'll just make the drinks, man. I'll just make the drinks. All right.
Oh yeah, you are the bartender of the group.
Yeah, let's do that.
Dude, you say that like it's you take a baguette, about yay, slice that thing up, toast it a little bit in the oven, fire some fucking butter on there, and then just throw yourself some nice soggy bacon on that sumbitch. You're golden.
Yeah, I'll just get some high-end whiskey or bourbon and just make drinks, whatever.
Can you infuse the bacon into the bourbon?
Actually, I can. You can fat wash the bourbon, and that's the thing you can do. So
I have a friend back home that his favorite drink to make is oinkies, as he labels it, and it is bacon-infused vodka.
That's not bad.
It's not good either, but you know what? It's kind of a rite of passage. It's one of those. Have you had some of his oinkies before? No, well, you're about to.
Do people still drink picklebacks? Is that a thing?
Like pickle flavored vodka?
No, it's like where you do a shot of vodka and then a shot of pickle juice. Like
no, now they just have pickle flavored vodka.
Yeah, they have pickle flavored vodka. Yeah, so
all right,
that's it.
Well, we're about to talk about a man who is very famous for drinking vodka in a certain way, a martini shaken, not stirred. So I love a good anniversary because it's just an excuse to talk about shit you love, especially on the internet, because everybody loves these anniversaries. And today, folks, we're getting into the fun part of the show. We're going to talk about 2 anniversaries. Let me actually pull up the anniversary image of the film we're going to discuss, because 30 years ago today, we could argue that, wait, we did this. Didn't we rank GoldenEye as WCBS's favorite James Bond film? Like,
yeah.
Didn't we do the math?
Yeah, we did. Because we gave Kenda gave us the sheet, and Kenda did the spreadsheet thing and found out like it was GoldenEye.
Yep.
So in 1995, GoldenEye was released, and what people fail to realize is that James Bond was so passé and out of style and not even popular anymore that a band called Ace of Base turned them down because Ace of Base was approached to do the song for GoldenEye.
Well, Jeff, they saw the sign, just not the right one.
They should have opened up their eyes, pulled their heads out of their asses. We got somebody trolling us calling GoldenEye woke.
Yeah, I mean, you always get a few in this chat. It's fine.
I would love to actually have that debate, because if they're like, "Oh, M's a lady and that's woke," well, they make fun of the talking point in the movie, and then like you have to watch these things together, because M goes. That is the only. It's funny. The lady M is the only M to get in trouble and need to be rescued by James Bond multiple times. Like, she is not that great.
But I mean, also like Judi Dench like really does a good job as M. She really, really does.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the conversation that they have in GoldenEye. As soon as like James Bond comes back into fashion, she has that conversation with him about being a relic. Like, it's fucking great.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, point taken, and then she goes, Bond, come back alive, and that's her way of saying like. See, that was the way of the filmmakers saying, like, yeah, but James Bond's still going to be James Bond, because if all of a sudden Pierce Brosnan's James Bond, didn't do what James Bond did, it would be a problem. But he gets the women. Mm-hmm. Pierce Brosnan's James Bond has killed the most people.
Oh, yeah.
He's the most violent James Bond. Everybody loves to go, oh, Timothy Dalton was dark and edgy, and Daniel Craig was suicidal. It's like, true, he did suck, but Timothy Dalton's good. But Pierce Brosnan is the only Bond to shoot people in the face at point blank range. Like, and I know that's not like a positive thing, but everybody likes to say, well, Brosnan's soft and lame like Roger Moore. And it's like, did you watch the movies? Like, he shot Electric King in the neck.
Yeah. Yeah, and also he put one of the villains through like a fucking grinder. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't just he didn't really put him through a grinder. He got that missile and just ran it into the dude. Like Elliot Carver.
Yeah, there you go. Elliot Carver.
Give
the people what they want.
Yeah. But you know what? At the same time, back to the M point, the very next movie, Tomorrow Never Dies, when the one guy is giving her shit about what is he doing? What does he think he's doing? She stands up for him and looks at him and says, his job. So
Admiral Roebuck, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
See, I don't think that like, because the chat is talking about how Bond is treated like a piece of shit by the women. Not really, because Xenia, that's the thing, though. We talk about cultural literacy. Have you watched Thunderball? Because James Bond is treated by Xenia Onatopp the same way that Sean Connery is treated by Fiona Volpe. That's just a James Bond trope. And then Natalia, it's like, do you really want characters that are know-it-alls? Because that's Rey Skywalker. Like, Rey, I bypassed the thing on the Millennium Falcon. Everybody hates that fucking shit. If James Bond all of a sudden is like, knowing everything, there's no story. That's what people fail to realize is like, if you're telling a narrative story, your characters have to go through things. Characters in films have to bring things. It's like an ensemble. It's a team. You know, like the A-Team. Each character brings something different to the squad, therefore they're the A-Team. If a movie is literally just, well, this character knows everything, it's Disney Star Wars. You need your characters to be fallible. Like if Han Solo escaped Bespin, The Empire Strikes Back wouldn't have the same weight it had. If Luke Skywalker beat Darth Vader in his first appearance, again, his journey to becoming a Jedi would be irrelevant. We saw that shit in 2019 with the Rise of Skywalker. Those movies all suck. But with 007, like, he never comes off as anything but James Bond. Because James Bond has always had a sidekick or a partner or somebody that knew shit.
Yeah, like, he's always had Felix Leiter, who's also been like his CIA counterpart, his American counterpart. You know, so there's that.
And also, too, it's like you got so many of these armchair people that talk about James Bond in a way that's like, I don't think you guys have seen all the movies. And that's fine. You don't have to watch all 25 of them. I've only watched No Time to Die once. But that's what I'm talking about with cultural literacy. Like, people try to read so much into it. And GoldenEye is above that because it shows you how to bring a character into the quote-unquote modern age. Because everybody is always trying to make James Bond this, like, feminist-friendly character. And he's not. The only thing he really doesn't do in this one is smoke like he used to. Like, I don't like. Here's the thing: I'm not into domestic abuse, but like James Bond will grab somebody by the wrist, he'll throw them around, he'll put a gun in their face. If all of a sudden James Bond like apologized, like these characters on The Rookie, oh, I'm sorry I touched you, or I'm sorry I did this shit, then I would agree that James Bond lost his edge. But that's why I think it's smarter that James Bond goes away forever.
Or if one of those girls pulls her arms away from him and says, "I know how to run."
Oh God, yeah, that was in The Force Awakens, wasn't it?
Do you, bitch? Do you?
Yeah, well, yeah. Another woman that treats James Bond that way is was it Pussy Galore from Goldfinger?
Oh yeah, she was a lesbian at first.
Yeah.
He kissed the gay away.
Yeah.
He kisses the gay away.
You sure?
I want that in the next James Bond song. He kisses the gay away.
Yeah. With his thunderballs.
Yeah. He always runs while others walk.
Yeah.
No, but
oh my God.
GoldenEye reintroduced James Bond into the modern age, and it was a big hit. It was, and that's the funny thing about Pierce Brosnan too. People love to paint him as, well, I didn't like Die Another Day. It was a flop. Most successful Bond movie up until that point. He was the first guy. All of his movies just kept going up in Blockbuster and at the box office. Brosnan's Bond really was something special and something different in the time where we didn't have superhero fatigue. You didn't have superhero franchises. You didn't have the movies the way they are. James Bond was the franchise.
Yeah.
Like Star Trek had come and gone. It came back a little bit. But like 007 was always that. And he brought it to the modern age.
Well, yeah, and I feel like we were also in like almost the golden age of James Bond. We had a lot of the alcohol, the stuff, the toys. We even had the Jaguar commercial that emulated James Bond. Like, oh, the English villains. Like we had that.
Yeah, that was
like
great.
really, really good commercial. So.
And then they made a really, really bad commercial a few years later, and their company's struggling.
Yeah, they don't. It's not about cars anymore, right? It's about the agenda.
Yeah, it's about the message. But yeah, but like, you know, we had the watches, we had the alcohol, we had the celebration of the whole thing. It was, you know, it was great, and you know, we lost that. Yeah, we lost that, and it's just, you know. Yeah, no, I've like, you know, beyond this channel, this long, I've watched all of them. I think we've watched all of them multiple times, so we know which ones we like, which ones are good, which ones suck. Like, you know, especially Jeff being the expert on James Bond knows them better than anybody, I think.
Oh, let me get my Omega Seamaster watch. The same James. There we go, Nick. I love this. When I first bought this, I looked at my wrist and like hummed the GoldenEye pause music. I was like, oh my God, yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was a very good day. Hey, graduating from college was a lot of fun. It meant it was finally over. But no, GoldenEye is a movie that has lasted. Its legacy lives on. It's Brosnan's best. It's better than, I'd say, most James Bond movies, if not close to most of them, because a lot of them are kind of dumb. This one still is fun and cool. And I see a lot of people rip on the music, but I like it. Eric Serra is very European. You know, he's coming off of La Femme Nikita. He's working with Luc Besson, and he brings that cold. Like, GoldenEye is the only Bond movie where the soundtrack has like a temperature to it, because it is like a cold sounding movie. It's first time Bond goes to Russia I think it's the first time he goes to Russia, period. But because it's, you know, the Cold War's over. It's the first Bond of the modern era, and they do this like really cool like sound effect to make you
but isn't Robert Shaw in one where he goes to Russia?
No, the movie's called From Russia with Love, but James Bond goes but no, he goes to Turkey to meet Tatiana Romanova, and then they jump on the Orient Express to get out of the country, but they end up in Italy at the end of the movie. Yeah, on an express.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because he encounters a Russian spy. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed something too when I was getting ready for the show notes today. Every Sean Connery James Bond movie ends the exact same way except one, and that's Goldfinger. Every Bond movie with him ends with him and a woman in a boat making out. Like everyone. Dr. No, he's with Ursula Andress. From Russia with Love, he's on the gondola.
Yeah.
Thunderball, he's in the raft. From For Your Eyes Only, excuse me, You Only Live Twice, he's in the raft. And then finally, Diamonds Are Forever, he's on that cruise ship. Like, I'm like, oh, Jesus, there's just a gimmick here.
Well, he's on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget.
I know. He's going fast, and he's got a nautical-themed Pashmina Afghan as well.
I don't remember seeing that, but it could have been there.
Yeah, Michael knows that sound effect. Like, I don't even know how to describe that. It's like the GoldenEye sound.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, and it's in the beginning of GoldenEye when he's running across that bridge and jumps off, which is, they show that in the trailer, and you're immediately just like, I'm on board for this. Like, I remember watching the trailer as a kid, and I was like, it was already years of watching the Thanksgiving stuff every year for that long, and then being like, oh, there's a new one out, I need to go watch it. I think my parents took me, and it was great. It was wonderful. And my mom's like, oh yeah, it's this guy from from this old show from I forget what show he did. Remington Steele, yeah. And so like that's how I kind of knew him from that. But
funny thing is, he was supposed to be James Bond in the 80s. There's screen tests and all that, but then they pulled it back at the last second because Remington Steele was like, we're going to do more episodes. So he couldn't get out of his contract. And, well, he couldn't be James Bond for, 9 more years? But that's fine. It turned out great. You got The Living Daylights, which is awesome. And then you get License to Kill, which is overrated as shit. And I just don't like that movie. You talk
totally
about
guilty pleasure movie for me. I appreciate that it was a product of its time, and I understand it's not really as good as a lot of the other Bond movies. But if License to Kill comes on, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally watching this.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton ones are pretty good. They're pretty good.
It's one of the first Bond movies I ever got to watch. It's always going to hold a special place, even if it's not that great.
It's too American and it's too late to the party. If James Bond's chasing down cocaine cowboys and drug lords, that should have been at the early part of the 1980s when Scarface, Miami Vice, and everything else was really big because it was relevant. It's like if James Bond they didn't have the balls to do it, but if Bond fought Middle Eastern terrorists and Die Another Day, it'd be very topical and on brand. I'm not saying I wanted to see that. It would have been better than the actual movie. But my point is, that's my complaint with License to Kill. First off, the Michael Kamen score, it's a little too much Die Hard for me. Don't like the Spanish guitar with my James Bond music. Don't really find any of the set pieces to be that engaging or cool. The towing of the plane at the beginning's fine, and then blowing up the truck at the end's fine. But it's also not as dark or raw as people say it is. It's one of those movies where if you go back and watch it, you're like, this is kind of lighthearted. The guy's head explodes in one scene, and there's the cocaine grinder. But other Bond movies are fucking gnarly too. They're not really kid movies, yet they merchandise them like they are.
There's the guy in Live and Let Die, where he shoots that expanding bullet in his body, and he comes out through the water and explodes.
Oh, the shark bullet,
the shark bullet, that fucking shark bullet is it's.
I think that was old Yaphet Kotto that he did that too.
Yeah,
I love Live and Let Die. That's a fun movie.
It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good.
Now, the one thing that GoldenEye really brought for a lot of people, not me. I saw the movie. It was not the first Bond movie I saw, but I saw it when it first came out on tape. But it spawned the video game, which has a bigger life than this movie. Like GoldenEye, the game, is still out. It's got a 4K remaster. You can play it on multiple consoles. I think that is the perfect blend of why this movie kind of just stays relevant, because you got people that like the game, people that like the movie. It's a circle. And we've come past the point of, I need a phrase for this, but it's when everybody hates the previous actor because the new actor's out, but then after that current actor leaves, the actor that everybody hated is liked again. That's where we are with James Bond.
I don't know, Michael Keatonism.
Yeah, dude. Everybody shit on Michael Keaton when Christian. Oh, it's more realistic. It's better. Now, Michael Keaton's considered the Bat Goat.
Yeah. Because when Michael Keaton first came out, there were like literal letters written to Warner Brothers being like, "Don't get this guy to be Batman," and like they were all wrong. So.
He's a comedy actor.
Yeah, Mr. Mom can't be Batman.
Yeah.
He was awesome. The movie kicks ass.
Oh fuck yeah.
But I think my favorite part of GoldenEye, besides just all of it, I really love the beginning, like the pre-credit sequence when he jumps off the dam, goes through the facility, and then rides the motorcycle down. Like,
the motorcycle ride is fucking awesome.
I think that's why the last mission, or the Mission Impossible previous to the last one, was very disappointing, because that giant set piece that they sold you on of, Tom Cruise is going to ride this dirt bike down a path and then catch an airplane. And it's great that he did it. I'm not knocking that. That's incredible. But like on film as a viewer, we've seen that before. To me, that was like watching Jason crush another head. It's like, oh, that was cool and gnarly, but he did that in the last one. Yeah. So that GoldenEye stunt was cool. Everything about this was awesome. So, but so officially WCBS ranked this at number 1.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it was a lot of Connery ones after this one too.
Yeah, because Connery was the first, and he was awesome. He's like, he was, especially like the ones in the '60s, man. They just, I don't know, there's something about them. They just hit really well. Like just the color correction, the set pieces and everything, especially the way.
Adam.
Yeah, it's just done really well, and like the music's wonderful. Like all of it, it's great.
See if I can find it. I think it might be on this one, or it might not be. Why is it? Oh. The USB got bended. That's why it's showing. Right. It got bent.
Well, while you're looking at your bent USB stick, our friend Movie Metalhead says my favorite scene in GoldenEye was when Bond and Trevelyan had the fight. It was visceral. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Also, I love with that character, you get a little bit of backstory into James' life. Like
that's all you needed, though.
Yeah, and like it's all done in dialogue. There's no like flashbacks. Just all done in dialogue. It's rare. It's like it's great. It's just that. That's all we need. We don't need more than that. And also, like, when the girl's screaming at him in the helicopter, the bash head against the eject button.
I love it part. It's like, ugh. I even like the shitty joke. He's like, I'm a bit tied up. And he goes, never mind.
I've got it.
He's like, fuck. Oh, you found it?
I've got it. All
right.
So, our number 1 movie, which was ranked number 1 by me and Jeff, 4th by Dion, and 3rd by Nick, was GoldenEye, because it had an average rank of 2.25 and a score of 9. We did by golf rules, and so it came in at number 1. Our number 2 movie was From Russia with the Love Bone, and then number 3 was Dr. No.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Number 4 was Live and Let Die. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Number 5 is Gold Member. Finger. Number 6 is Thunderballs.
Yeah.
Which it's funny because 3 of the people on this channel ranked it as their 8th favorite Bond movie. 1 person ranked it as 2nd. So.
Yeah, Dion loves Thunderball.
He does. 7 was On Her Majesty's Secret Cervix.
That's a great
one. Had to be top 10. Had to be top 10, man.
Yeah, it was ranked 3rd by 2 people, 6th by 1, and 15th by a 4th member of the channel.
Dion ranked at 15.
What the fuck?
Dion. The Living Daylights came in at 8th. It was ranked 4th by me, 5th by Jeff, and 11th by Dion and Nick.
Yeah, and Living Daylights isn't there. It's okay.
9
it closes out my top 5. I love it.
Yeah. And Tomorrow Never Dies came in at 9, which it was ranked 9th by Jeff and Nick, 6th by Dion, and 11th by me. And rounding out the top 10 is The World Is Not a Muff. It was scored 5th best by Nick, 9th best by me, 10th by Dion, and 11th by Jeff.
Ooh, I was harsh on a Pierce Brosnan one.
Yeah, dude.
License to Kill actually came in 12th.
Oh,
It was.
see, I think that's a fair place for it. I think it's the 12th best one.
Yeah,
It
World.
was-
Yeah, World. Yeah, World's Not Enough
It was given a 17th place ranking by Jeff, a 16th place ranking by me, somebody that is a self-professed lover of movie, a 12th place ranking by Nick, and a 7th place ranking by Dion.
Oh yeah, I know. Look, Dion likes that one. I think it's a 12th place movie. It's kind of just mid.
Yeah.
Like the Cocaine Grinder's fine. That's cool, but those couple scenes like with Milton Kress getting his head blown up or Wayne Newton being a scummy televangelist, like that's fine. But I don't like when Bond isn't globetrotting as much. He's just in fucking Mexico. He's in Florida. It's
like
a revenge mission. It's just
because
okay.
that's what those movies are supposed to be. He's globetrotting. He's supposed to be like all over the fucking place. But him being in a couple places, like no, thank you.
He goes to the Everglades for Felix's wedding, and then, I mean, I get for the context of the story, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure when they were making that, they were going to go to China, but for some reason they couldn't. I think the last Emperor of China had just filmed there, and they're like, well, we're not going to go there because another movie just did it, and they didn't want to double dip.
Yeah.
But I think that would have been a lot cooler to see. I like Timothy Dalton's Bond. It's like, to me, I won't say he's a missed opportunity because we got 2 movies with him. I like George Lazenby. He was awesome because that movie was awesome.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Lazenby was awesome, and like the documentary that's about that whole thing is great.
He was our 3rd favorite Bond.
Yep.
Really? So who we got? Brosnan, Connery, him?
Brosnan and Connery are literally tied at first place because
Nice.
Brosnan was picked first by 2 people. Connery was picked first by 2 people, and those people that voted for each one of them, respectively as first, voted for the other one second, and then Lazenby scored a 3rd place vote across the board from everybody. Dalton scored a 4th place vote across the board from everybody. Roger Moore scored a 5th place vote from 3 people and a 7th place vote from 1 person.
No, not me.
And
was it?
Probably me.
No, it didn't
Dion.
because it was Dion. 6th came in at Daniel Craig.
I prefer
he got
David Craig's James
ranked
Bond.
6th by everybody except 1 person made him 5th.
Dion.
And then Dion. It was Dion. And then David Niven was even included on this list for shits and the giggles, and he was given is 7th place by everybody except 1 person ranked him 6th. You want to say it, Nick?
It was Dion.
It was Dion. Dion ranked
son of a
David
bitch.
Niven as a Bond over Roger Moore. But we also, and here's where it gets dicey, this ended with Spectator. And
Oh yeah.
if I
That was-
remember correctly, that was not the last Bond movie that's come out.
No Time to Die, I would put at the bottom because it killed James Bond. And
Listen. All of Daniel Craig, including the actor Daniel Craig, was all at the bottom. I'm sorry.
yeah, fuck
He
that
was
guy.
Fucking the worst. He wouldn't stop bitching about it. Like fuck him and fuck the movies he did, man. Really. He's terrible.
The movies that he did, Casino Royale was ranked 14th.
Okay.
It received a 20th place ranking, it received a 13th by myself and Doyne, 16th by Jeff, and 17th by Nick. Quantum of Solace came in at 18th overall. It was ranked 19th by me and Jeff, and 16th by Nick and Dion. Skyfall came in at 11th. Jeff and I both put it at 10. Dion put it at 8. Nick put it at 15. And then Spectator came in at 13th. It was ranked 12th by myself and Jeff, and 14th by Dion and Nick. Now, this does not take No Time to Die into the equation because that movie did not exist when we made this list in the year of 20 and 21. And somebody, I believe it was Clone Geek, I could be wrong, suggested, why don't we rank the Bond themes? And spoiler alert, but totally not, because we talked about this years ago. We didn't do it. We were fully planning on doing that, of ranking our Bond themes, because I actually had the YouTube playlist on my phone where I was sitting there listening to them repeatedly for a while because it was something we had planned on doing, and for whatever reason, it just didn't get did. So maybe we should do that.
Yeah, we should, because
Sam Smith is last.
yeah, he's the worst. Billie Eilish is right above that one.
Yeah.
Then Octopussy. I fucking hate the song. No, All Time High. It's like elevator music.
Yeah.
Love.
No, well, in opposition, Duran Duran is definitely up there for sure.
Duran Duran is up there, and I know the Skyfall song is up there because we all have expressed enjoying Adele's Skyfall.
It's a good song.
You did really good. You did really good.
Very good song. I unironically have that on my playlist because I'm like, I'm not an Adele fan by any means, but that's a really good fucking song.
Yeah.
That is the last good Bond song to me. At the 50th,
yes,
50th anniversary.
Mike Warren suggests "Live and Let Die." That's going to be towards the top. I can already spoiler alert that one for you that you're gonna get "Live and Let Die."
Yeah.
It's easily going to fall into the top 5.
At least, top
it will
5
because of the 3 of you.
yeah, definitely. Because it'll definitely be put top 10 for sure. Top 10 for sure.
Yeah, because that's actually a really good fucking song too.
Like, I can tell you that it'll be above a lot of songs, but like I wouldn't put it above The Living Daylights. I think that song's awesome, and it has a great.
The Living Daylights is great.
Now we're just doing the song. We're not doing the score, right? Because if we're doing the score,
no, only the song.
Okay,
just the main theme song that after you get the gun barrel and the opening and all that stuff, and it cuts to whatever, and then you get the song, and
I think Dr. No's gonna win. It's just the James Bond theme. That if you look at all the albums, it says James Bond theme, Dr. No. So I mean that'll be my number 1. I'll give you a spoiler right now. It's the theme that ties all the movies together. If you don't have that song, you don't have a real James Bond movie.
God damn. All right, folks, we're not going to do this because Jeff has just convinced me and Nick. So there's going to be no special reveal about what number 1 will be. You heard it here.
Did I just really convince you guys? I was just bullshitting.
You were, but it's a good argument. Like
because
I was running through my head while you were talking, like, to Dr. No, that is literally just the Bond theme song because he didn't really get they didn't have anything special there. It was just the Bond theme song.
Well, they were trying to make that song Underneath the Mango Tree, the theme song to the movie. And
okay, hang on. What if we substitute the Bond theme song for Jump Up Jamaica?
That's okay. I think we should substitute it because it's really not fair. Like, you're saying, like, what's the best Star Wars music? Everyone's going to go, well, the Imperial March. It's like, really, it's the Star Wars theme song. That's the thing everybody knows. Yeah. It kind of encapsulates the thing that we all like or talking about. So I think the theme song, I would vote. We'll do a 4-man vote. We'll let the audience vote, too. Folks in the chat, do we remove the James Bond theme itself because it's kind of just a piece of music for the character, not necessarily the movie? That's where I would take
Jamaica, and you get that guy dancing all fucking crazy.
Dude, if you watch that in 4K, you can see so much detail on his face. Like, that white lady is scared.
That's funny. Oh, my God.
What a woke movie with all those black people in it.
Well, see, the flip side is...
So was Live and Let Die. So was Live and Let Die.
I know, right?
It's true.
Bond, he gets his first black woman in that one.
Yeah.
So, I love the flip side argument where everyone's like, James Bond needs more diversity. It's like, well, in the first movie, he has a black sidekick.
Oh, my God. Anybody who says that needs to be backhanded really hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shaft style.
No, 100% Shaft style, like pimp hand, like 70s style, because I don't give a fuck. Like, once again, this argument can be about any character. Like, it's a fictional character. Like, let it fucking be.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had our
by movie number, what was it, 5? No, that's Thunderball 6. Yolt. There's shitloads of diversity in that one too because he goes to Asia and he gets an Asian girlfriend, fucky sucky, and he becomes Asian himself. He's transracial in that movie, and very convincingly. I might add, if I walked in and I didn't have any context what's going on, and they're like, "What is that on the screen?" I wouldn't go, "Oh, Sean Connery pretending to be Japanese." I'm like, "That is a Japanese man pretending to be Sean Connery." So
if we were to reassess all the Bond movies and re-rank them, You Only Live Twice would be very near the bottom for me. Like, I have gone back to rewatch that twice in the last calendar year, and every time I just go, this one sucks. Like, people like it because Dr. Evil's like, Austin Powers is a better movie than You Only Live Twice.
Yes.
That
Austin Powers is pretty much a complete ripoff. It's a parody of You Only Live Twice. It's a Bond parody, but they borrow heavily from You Only Live Twice.
the secret volcano layer. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
literally that. But
No, it
that
is. It is.
Well, that was the movie because Thunderball made a shitload of money. Like it, if you adjust it for inflation, I think Thunderball is right up there with Gone with the Wind and a couple other movies as like the biggest, most seen movie ever. It changed the producers. They wanted to continue that big success, so they made these big set pieces. And I don't think the technology was there for that movie either. Like, if you go back and watch some of these, like when Bond's flying Little Nelly, and every time he destroys a bad guy, it's like clearly on wires, and then they just fall from the sky. It's, it's not good.
No.
I don't really like that one. So if we were to reassess it, it would be above some of the Daniel Craig ones, but it's like Die Another Day bad. It's shit. Like, I hate that one too.
Jesus, I found a complete 1080p file of 50th anniversary James Bond that's 614 gigs.
Is it all the movies in one file?
It is. It's all of them.
Nice.
5.1 DTS. Full 1080. Yeah.
Nick,
Good bitrate as well too. Shit, man.
When you
Not
can
a
rip
dated
4K
download.
movies, I'll just bring you my box set and you can rip those there.
I'm looking into buying a drive, as you know, like I did that a lot today. I was looking to buy a drive for that, so it'll hopefully happen soon. They're kind of expensive, but like I'm definitely gonna do it because I need to start doing that because acquiring them by other means is getting to be like, fickle.
Yeah.
Because I really want like the nice sound. Like that's one thing I really want is the nice sound.
Well, they sound great nowadays, especially.
Yeah, and the only way to make sure you have like the good sound file is like to rip them off of the discs.
Well, that to me that's so much more immersive when it sounds great.
Yeah.
Like I saw the dumbest thing. Nick, you're a horror guy too. Tell me how you feel about this. They're doing this Texas Chainsaw Massacre release where it's like 8 shitty versions of it. It's like, here's the French VHS copy, and here's the 16 millimeter film, but you can still see it's not cropped properly. It's
Okay.
like, people are like, oh, it's for nostalgic purposes. I swear to God, if this becomes a fucking thing, I'm going to lose my shit. Why are we all of a sudden putting videotape quality transfers on a 4K disc? Because some dickhead was like, my childhood? It wasn't my childhood. My opinion's just as valid as yours. I hate that shit.
Dude,
It's got to look great. Don't lower it.
No. I agree. I mean, like, you bought the when we were at this horror convention like a month ago, you bought the 4K version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre just to have it in your collection, which is fine.
Yep.
But also, it's been digitally remastered, it's been recolored, the sound's redone, like it's all that stuff. This whole thing of like, I mean, I understand, buying VHS and things like that and nostalgia, that's fine. But like people, especially younger kids who don't fucking know any better, that's all we had. That's all we had. That's all we could rent. That's all we could watch. That's it. We were limited by that. Once DVD and Blu-ray and 4K and streaming came out, we fucking left VHS in the goddamn dust.
I got a
You have
DVD
to
player
rewind
in the
those.
5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're right, Ken. You didn't have to rewind that shit. I nostalgia's fine, and like I'm nostalgic for shit all the time, but I also like the forward progress of technology to a degree. Home video technology. Let's put an asterisk there. Shout out to Breadman Productions for joining us. Never apologize for being late, man. You're never late. It's a party. It doesn't matter what time you show up for it. You're here. Let's have a good time. We're finishing up our 30th anniversary talk of James Bond, GoldenEye. What is it?
Oh yeah, one of the best James Bonds.
Dude, that trailer. You talk about like certain things that are burned into your memory. I remember as a kid, like little, when GoldenEye hadn't even come out yet, so I'd have been 6 years old. I distinctly remember being at my grandma's house, seeing him walk across the screen and do the one where he shoots the letters and it becomes 007. I was like, what is this? This is so cool. Like, you bought me that trailer.
Oh yeah, you have the film, 35mm film version of that trailer.
Yeah, dude, I love that trailer. To me, that trailer is like the best teaser of all time because it's got that amazing music. It's got, and that's the thing I like too. Like, it's very self-aware. It's a new age with new enemies and new obstacles. But no matter how the world changes, there's always one man you can call on or something. That's a paraphrase. And the poster too. No limits, no substitutions. Like, I fucking love that. I think GoldenEye is like the cool Bond. And it's one of the most important ones up there along with Goldfinger, where if this movie didn't hit the way it did, James Bond was already out of style. Like, that 6-year gap with no movies, that could have killed it. but it came back strong and it blew up and it was bigger than ever.
Oh yeah, 100%. You had and like you had Brosnan, with the massive sex appeal and just like everybody, and it hit at the right time. You had the good story, you had all of it. It was jet setting everywhere. You had the technology stuff. You had Trevelyan 006 in it. Like we got this new character that we have never seen before. Like you put a lot. Like it was written very well. You had a lot of things in there that you needed to do to really jump off the new James Bond era.
Yep, and it worked because I remember renting it as a kid. First time I watched a Bond movie, my dad wanted to watch it because he was a fan of Bond movies. And then TBS started playing that shit all the time on TV.
Yep.
And it was one of those things. Every time I'd go to my grandparents for the weekend, we would go to the store. They had the video store in it, and I would rent whatever James Bond movie they had. And yeah, dude, it was great. It was the halcyon days, boys.
Dude, no, I like
how good we had it.
That's true.
Dude, I remember like the 2 or like even I think it was like a week-long marathon. It was like a 2 or 3 day marathon for Thanksgiving. It was like Thanksgiving and the day after. 2 days solid James Bond TBS, like all fucking day. Like great shit, man. Great.
I
shit.
pulled out the fucking blank tapes, put it in, and would let it record.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that one came up, I had the next one. I put it in there and I had it recording and everything. And while that was going on, I was upstairs in my room watching the Bond movies that were recorded. And then once that tape was done, I was recording the shit out of them on TV. I was loving every minute of it.
Yeah, actually, the first time I saw them on TBS, I was like, "What are these?" And my mom would tell me what they are, and then I had to get the tapes from my uncle because he had them recorded as well. And I was watching them throughout the year, and like it was fucking great. I was getting exposed to all the James Bond stuff. It was awesome. And
it was literally like, okay, so which ones do I have? And you're like checking off which ones. You have.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't have Moonraker. When is Moonraker going to be on so I can watch it? In hindsight, could have lived without seeing that movie, but it is.
Yeah.
But it was like, hey, I got to make sure that whenever they show Moonraker, I've got the tape ready because I need to be able to get Moonraker because I don't have that one yet.
Yeah.
And you would be and you'd watch them completely out of order. You'd watch Yolt, and then it would jump to the Living Daylights, and then it would go back to like, For Your Eyes Only and everything.
Yeah, they
were watching them completely out of order.
Oh yeah. Because I think TBS didn't care. They're just like I think they were also doing it for like time and commercials. They're trying to figure out.
Yeah,
like,
they were literally just playing them based on how they could fit them into the block.
Yeah. I miss the 007 Days of Christmas on Spike TV.
Oh yeah,
because they had a commercial that would play the James Bond theme with sleigh bells over the top of it. And so every Christmas I look for that on YouTube, but I never seem to find it. So, folks, if you could find that video. I would love to watch that because I was such a nerd about it. Like when the 007 Days of Christmas would come on, I'd be like, oh, Dr. No's on at 3:00. So I'd put my DVD of Dr. No, but I wouldn't watch it on TV. I'd watch my disc and I would alternate. Like, so if it was on TV and I owned it, I would put it on at the same time and watch it. But then if it was like, because the way the box sets came out is in 99, they released the DVD sets, but I didn't have a DVD player in 1999. So when they re-released them in 2002, that's when I got the first box set, and then the next year they released the second two. And I would watch the ones on TV that I didn't own, even the ones I don't like. It's like, oh man, Diamonds Are Forever is on? Cool. Ooh. I don't have access to this one.
Dude, I remember my dad got a DVD player from Best Buy. I'll never forget how much he spent on it either. And me and my brother took it out of the box. He's like, be careful, it's real expensive. And like hooking it up was easy. It was like the 3 colored cables and then the 1 power cable.
African American.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. And so he was like, be careful, I don't know what you're doing. And like we read the instructions and did it and we hooked it up and it was ready to go. And the first movie we watched was Air Force One.
I love that movie.
Good choice.
I have that on 4K. It looks pretty good.
Such a good movie. Such a good
Nick,
movie.
should I have kept my videotape quality because it's what I watched as a kid and I like
cropped
4:3 picture on a TV that's small. It's funny too because people are nostalgic for this old technology. It's like it was harsher on your eyes too.
It was. It was.
Like if you watch too much TV, you're like, oh god, no. Nowadays with OLED and all this other shit, I'm not saying you need to watch 20 hours of TV or screen time, but like there's no outside of nostalgic feels that people either had as a kid or people are trying to capture. A tube TV is not better than any TV we're rocking. Like Nick, your TV's better than a tube TV. My TV.
The only thing a tube TV is better for than any of the new TVs is dropping off of something high to watch it explode.
Dude, some kid did that here in Cincinnati on an overpass and it Somebody in Cincinnati did that on an overpass and it hit a car and killed
Oh,
somebody.
jeez.
Yeah, a kid went to jail.
Don't
like,
do that, folks.
That's
Don't do that.
stupid.
Yeah,
We
that's
want
real
you to
stupid.
drop your TVs from like the back of your deck or something like that.
Yeah.
With nobody underneath it because you don't want it to fall on anybody or any animals. But there was this place where I grew up called the Tower, and it was down in the old Hillsboro area, and people would sneak out there and drop shit off of it, and TVs were the most popular thing to drop off the tower.
Yeah.
Because they were everywhere.
Oh, yeah. We would do dumb shit like that, too. But yeah, my dad paid, I want to say, $800 for a DVD player.
Yeah, they were.
Was it like in The Wedding Singer when the guy came walking in with the CD player and he's like, "Oh my god, he plays music on disc." You're like, "Yeah, we shows movies on disc."
Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, because I remember we got. I think we got two movies from Best Buy after we bought the DVD player. We got Wild Wild West and Air Force One.
Well, they can't all be winners now, can they?
Yeah, I know.
I saw it in theaters and regretted it.
But because he was very like, oh yeah, don't touch it. So, but we didn't listen to him, and we plugged it up when we watched Air Force One. And we enjoyed it, so that's the important thing. But it was back when there was no menu on it; it just had trailer, chapter markers, and play the movie. That's all it had on it.
I loved when the trailer was a special feature that they put on the back. It's includes theatrical trailer. It's great. This is a shitty DVD. How you get at Kroger, those bare bones MGM releases.
Yes,
or the old snapper cases.
Oh god, yeah. Those, and it was those cardboard cases that had the little it was plastic and cardboard, and it fucking sucked. It was a terrible case. Case. But then, after I think 01, 02, we started getting the unrated special edition Crazy Sex Nuts edition DVD, as Kendo would say.
You know what you could say? I would argue this. I'd like to hear your guys' take. Outside of the picture quality, DVD was probably the best, most exciting format to ever exist in home video.
There's always cool shit usually.
Oh, 100%.
And everything had custom menus.
Yeah.
And I was on a fucking Facebook reel the other day. They're the Star Wars menus go hard, and I'm like, okay, I forgot what they look like. And then boom, the logo hits, and then it pans down, and they rebuilt the whole movies in CGI, and you're like, wow, they put effort into this. Nowadays, the James Bond 4Ks, it's all the same screen, all the same music. All they do is change the words for each film. Mm-hmm. It's it's fine. It's got a nice uniform look, but man, did I love how DVDs were so fuck, I bought a DVD box set in a Happy Meal box once. That's how cool DVD was.
Dude, I remember the Harold and Kumar DVD where it was just them in the car staring at the screen, being like, "Why would you first play it? What the hell's going on?"
Yeah,
are you being an ass? And they were blatantly calling you an asshole. I was like, "This is hilarious. This is so funny." It was so good,
Easter
man.
Eggs too.
Oh yeah, so many Easter eggs. You could type in the numbers. There's a whole directory on getting Easter eggs for stuff. I think it was on the Phantom Menace 2 DVD. You could get Yoda dancing or breakdancing or something if you typed in numbers or whatever.
Clones, yeah.
Attack of the Clones, what it was. Yeah, it was something like that. It was wild. It was they did shit like that all the time. It was so much fun.
Yep.
For the Ring, to get the Ring tape, you could get use the menu directional buttons, and once the cursor disappeared, you press play or whatever. You get the full Ring tape. That it was in the movie.
In 7 days.
And they died in 7 days. Yeah,
that didn't happen.
Dude, the guy who was the king of DVD was Kevin Smith. His DVDs were all excellent. They had.
There's
so
a reason
many
why
features.
my Clerks 10th anniversary edition little box DVD has
I
not
got
been
that.
replaced yet. Never bought it on Blu-ray. Never have upgraded. I'm like, I don't have to.
Yeah,
because
the picture quality is not going to get better.
The picture quality is the same because of the way he filmed it, and all the stuff that they come out with after this Blu-ray, this and that, and the other thing, it never improves on it. Now, if he comes out and says, "Hey guys, this year's the 30th anniversary of Clerks," which I'm pretty sure it is, or did I miss it by
31?
31, and he says, "Look, I was supposed to do this last year, but I almost had a heart attack again because I watched the World Class Bullshitters video, and I'm going to release it this year."
So low.
This is the amazing Clerks. Instead of Clerks X, it is Clerks XXX. Ha, stoner humor. And it's got all the shit that was in Clerks X plus extra stuff. This will make you feel so sex nuts and retard strong watching it. You have. Hey, that's a fucking what's his
line
name?
from Clerks 2.
That's a line from Clerks 2. So
that's Randall.
I'm keeping it on brand. That's a very Randall. You have to own this. You got to get it. Then I will buy a new version of Clerks.
Yeah, man. I remember Tuesdays, like that was the day you'd go get the DVD. That's when it would pop up at the store. You'd go either rent it or you'd buy it, one or the other.
Yep,
It was a good time.
I remember fighting all the people at Best Buy when 300 came out because everybody was rushing to get.
Oh yeah, dude! Fuck yeah!
But I just wanted to buy a copy of Hot Fuzz, and I remember like everyone's like, "Where's 300? Where's 300?" And I'm just walking through the store, and there in the back is just one copy of Hot Fuzz waiting on me. I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah, back when Best Buy had physical media, and they were doing that shit. God.
Real quick, shout out to our friend I Drink There at 4 a.m. Dude, if you're still listening, I was looking at some of the WrestleMania photos from when we went to Texas. That was a good trip, and it was cool hanging out with you. If we're ever down that way again, hit me up, give me a call. Hunter, you're right. They lack special features nowadays. I bought Weird Science from Arrow Video, and it looks great.
Arrow does really good special features. The only problem is like you're paying a premium for them really hard. Like they get you with those special features, man.
That Back to the Future box set we bought, that was a pretty penny.
Fucking hell.
Did you see how much it's gone up to now?
What is it?
It's more than doubled in price. It's $228 online. People are selling it for $228.
What the fuck? I'm about to get the Tron 4Ks that come in. I think one of them comes in next week.
Oh well, those are at $90 each or $80 last time I looked.
Jesus Christ,
dude! Steelbooks are like collectibles are still hot. It's certain collectibles like steelbooks, man. That Nightmare on Elm Street box set went super quick. This Bond box set sold out right away. The Back to the Future box set that has the flux capacitor steelbook in it, that sold out instantly. Like
Jesus, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but and like it's one of those things where like those things I'll open and use. That's something I'm not just gonna keep on a shelf or try to resell. Like I'm not for I'll do that for particular things, but not Back to the Future and other stuff like that. So
that's why I didn't buy it. I was thinking about it. I'm like, look, the Back to the Future one would be really cool because I've got the first box set that they ever released, and I got shit. Which one was it, Jeff? Was it the one was it the 30th anniversary Blu-ray thing that you bought that I bought too?
Yeah, we both have the 30th anniversary.
Yeah,
bought the 30th because I'm like, I want to upgrade it to Blu-ray. That's fine. I can retire the original. And then I thought about it, like the 40th would be so cool to have, but then I'm like, but do I really want to open it and everything? I don't think I do. Do I really want to pay just to have this sitting on a shelf? I don't think I do. And so I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it, but at the same time realizing people are making a mint off of it, I'm like, maybe I should have bought it and let it sit here for about 5 years. Then I could have sold it to somebody for like $5,000.
So I'm not trying to do that, but I might because, like, hear me out. The discs are the same as the last release. I just watched it like a couple months ago, and it looks fantastic. So
wonderful.
I also watched a YouTube video of the guy open up the box. So it's like, I got this. I watched the video. I'm leaving mine wrapped in the plastic for a while. Not trying to sell it, but like, what the fuck am I going to do with it? I'll lose the pieces, you know?
Yeah, right. The 30th anniversary Blu-ray set, it had all the same special features. I'm pretty sure that the first box set they came out with that I bought, the blue one, there might be a couple something different, but I don't remember off the top of my head until they release a box set that says, this is everything you've ever wanted. It's got all the old stuff and a special cut of the movie starring Eric Stoltz. Then I'm laying my money down. That's when I say, you sons of fucking bitches. This is where you've got me hooked. I bought your first DVD release. I bought your 30th anniversary Blu-ray release. Now I'm laying that money down. I don't care. It could be $400 and I'll probably still buy it because that's the only thing, and I've said millions of times, the only thing I want more from Star Wars and to purchase is getting to see the Eric Stoltz cut, because that movie was almost done when they realized this shit ain't working. We have to go get Michael J. Fox.
No, really, we do. Somebody just mentioned the Friday the 13th Blu-ray box set. I bought that day off.
Did you see that it went down in price though a lot?
Oh yeah. I know it did. I'm fully aware of that. But I had to have it because it was the first time we've had all the movies in one place.
Yeah, and the picture quality is decent. Like, I know the 4K release looks better and more lifelike and all that, but
Yeah,
That's
I
about
did.
as much money as I want to spend on a Jason movie.
Yeah, like
So.
it was one of those things where it's like I want the entire complete set instead of having to like buy 8 and then 1 and then this one and then this one and having them all like in different boxes. So that's why I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I want them all in one place. So that's why I got the Blu-ray. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go any higher because they're Jason movies, you know. So I'm happy where I am. Yeah. I'm very happy where I am. Like Blu-ray is good. That's as far as I want to go. I'm not gonna get the 4K, the 8K, the 12K version of this movie. Like, it doesn't need it in my opinion.
We watched them on streaming and they don't look good. So,
well, that's streaming. So,
well, I'm just saying, like, okay, they look good enough, is what I meant to say. Like,
yeah.
Part 5, should you spend money on or Friday the 13th Part 5? No, you should not.
No, you shouldn't.
Or Part 5 of Halloween, or Part 4. Sorry, Danielle Harris, you're great, but
that
movie's terrible.
Yeah, I think the only the 4Ks I have of Halloween are 1 and 2, and that's it.
You didn't get 3?
I might. No, I think at the time I think at the time I was getting a big card of stuff, and 3 wasn't there. It was sold out. That's why I haven't done 3 yet.
Okay. I literally only watched 2 of the Halloween movies over the spooky season, and it was the first Halloween and Halloween 3. And I started to watch Halloween 2, but I messaged you guys. I was like, man, this movie kind of sucks. I used to think this was really good, but I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
it's slow as shit.
2 is very slow. 2 is very, very slow.
You know, it's like I got through the beginning where Ben Tramer gets ran over, and it makes me go, why is Ben Tramer, a high school kid that may very well be hooking up with Laurie Strode at some point, out trick-or-treating? And then it's, why did he get run over by a car? Why is he wearing a mask that looks like Michael Myers? Why am I even thinking about this right now at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Yes, I know, Loomis, you shot him 6 times. You mentioned that a few times. And then it turned
6
into,
times.
6 times. I'm going to watch something else. I'm going to watch something else because I'm just not feeling Halloween 2. It kind of sucks. And then I think I turned on Trick or Treat instead and forgot that Thurman Merman was in that movie.
Trick or Treat is so fucking good.
Yes,
he's
so
funny.
Good. That's one I would probably get a 4K for as well too. I wouldn't get it like expensive. I'd make sure it was like discounted, but I'd definitely get one for it.
Yeah, it would be one of those. Do you want to spend $10 on this movie? Yeah. What about $20? Sure. $50? No.
Yeah, 20 would be the cap for sure for something like that. Yeah, if it's a 4K.
I would buy any movie for $20. Like, if you're like any 4K, it's like, oh man, did you see that Batman Returns is only $20? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You know, $20 isn't really putting me over a barrel. After that, that's when I have to start going, this is a dinner for me and my kid. Do I really? And of that $25, 20 of it is paying for his family to eat.
What is it? Oh yeah, no, I do know Hack-A-Lantern. I actually there's a theater here called Limelight that showed Hack-A-Lantern, Hard Rock Zombies, and Trick or Treat with the dead hair metal guy. So I'm aware of Hack-A-Lantern.
I need to check it out. Dead hair metal guy is my type of movie.
That's the one 4K I bought at Scarefest because they had it still wrapped up. It was the rare like collector's edition that I got. It was really nice.
So folks, thank you for joining us for the GoldenEye stuff. Let's read our messages, and then we're going to move on to our next topics. Kendo, I read your message. Xavier to God says, thoughts on Cena winning the IC title for the first time? I liked it. I was cool with it. I'm on the John Cena's all right train. He's got 2 more matches left. I'm very happy with him. What about you, Kendo?
I mean, I haven't really been watching wrestling or keeping up with it. I saw that Cena won the Intercontinental title to become a Grand Slam champion. My first thoughts were, I'm surprised this didn't happen in like 2008. But you know what? He's on his way out. He's in his last month of being a full-time wrestler, supposedly. Or he's not even a full-time. He's a part-time. He's on his way out. So it's like, him winning, it's fine, so long as he loses it to somebody that could benefit from the rub. If it's, he dropped it to Bork Laser or Randy Orton or something like that, it's like, okay, that was stupid. But, you know, what if he loses it to an up-and-coming guy? That would make more sense. And so, hopefully, that's who he loses it if his Xavier God says Gunther is his last match, so...
Does he really? Did Gunther win that tournament?
I don't know. That's what Xavier to God just said. I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Because I would hate. I like Gunther, but okay, folks. I'm saying this. Me, the guy who hates John Cena, the wrestler, he deserves a better out. Like, I actually want to see Cena win his last match. I'd like to see. I don't know who he's fighting. I think he should have beat Brock Lesnar too. But I would have been okay if Cena's retirement tour, his last couple matches, he just won like cleanly. let him go, let the people be happy, because everything else sucks right now. My God, if Paul Heyman cuts one more of the same damn promos, I might roll my eyes until I see my brain and die from boredom. Like, I hate him right now. And I never wish ill on anybody, but the fact that Seth Rollins is injured and saves me from having to watch his fucking promos open Raw every week, so happy. So happy. I can't stand Seth Rollins. It's just his voice is like a cheese grater. It's terrible. Gunther is his last match. Oh, it's the biggest rumor. Okay, thank God.
Okay, that's good.
I know people want Edge. I want Edge. It won't be Edge, but if it is Edge, I will shit a literal brick. And I'll build a house out of it.
That would be incredible. Although I believe Edge is still under contract at the Tony Khan Clown Show.
But Tony Khan has said wrestlers can go elsewhere if they want and still remain under contract. That's why people would wrestle in Japan and do other shit at AEW. It would be a WWE trying to buy an Edge thing.
Did he mean that as in they can go to New Japan, they can go to AAA, they can do all these things, but they can't go to WWE?
I think it's the other way around, that WWE doesn't care that AEW exists. Okay, they used to not. Now they're just doing counter programming to hurt their numbers. But I think the case is the other way around. Like, I bet you Edge has contacted them. I bet you it would be okay with Tony Khan. But I'm going to guess that TKO was like, we don't want to acknowledge our competition on television, so we're just going to not get... Like, that's what I hate about fucking wrestling. Like, Vince McMahon has done a lot of dumb shit, and he brought this mentality to it. It's like, if I had one of the biggest stars of all time going out, and I had an opportunity to get his greatest opponent back, who's in ring shape and can go today, I wouldn't give a fuck what other ego problems I have. It's like, that is a great match. That's going to make me so much money. That's going to sell so many tickets. Hell, if I was the WWE, I would do a thing where I would sell a disc, Cena's last match, if Edge was the guy. I'd have a disc that you could buy for $20 in the store on 4K. Fuck it. We'd release a high-def version. It would be the super high-def version of Cena's match. You'd probably make $5 million off of some bullshit disc of something people could buy on or watch on Peacock for free with their subscription plan. Like, it's so dumb how they're trying to do this shit. Like, WWE's too insular to be great. They're just okay. Actually, they're pretty bad right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's all Triple H's fault. It's all Triple H's fault.
Agreed.
Dude, he started out with so much goodwill, but he has metaphorically shit the bed like you would not believe. You don't watch it as much as I do, Kendo. It's pretty rough, so.
Well, I don't watch it.
Hunter says Cena should have also been Kurt Angle's final opponent. Yeah, that Austin Theory,
fine.
that was garbage. Was it
It was fucking
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Boring Corbin.
That guy sucked.
Mm-hmm. I paid money to watch him win a Money in the Bank.
Oh, by the way, Joe Hendry just signed with the WWE. So, yeah. What if he's John Cena's final opponent?
Good for him.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you're like, Nick's like, who's Joe Hendry? This guy.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Clearly, Nick doesn't believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh God, I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, you said his name and he appeared. We don't believe in him.
Folks in the chat, please tell Nick why he needs to believe in Joe Hendry. Exactly.
Dude, last year... talking about WWE dropping the ball, they should have booked him like, I know he showed up at WrestleMania and that was cool, but they should have just bought out his contract or did whatever they did last year, because like he was really popular in like on the internet and culture in general. It's a little late to try to bring him back. Like, I'm not saying it won't work, but it's like LA Knight. You get these people that are there, and it's like you pull the trigger, they're at the next level, and they're established, and then you worry about the next guys to pull the trigger on. But they don't. They just make them wait, and they give them these arbitrary losses, and they do all the, well, we got to promote the #1 merch seller. Don't have them wrestle the guy that they're trying to get over. Just have LA Knight feud with Orton, and let him beat Orton. Have him feud with... It doesn't hurt Seth Rollins, or it wouldn't even hurt John Cena if LA Knight beat him cleanly. It would have just added to his fucking thing. But no, we got to do all of this stupid crap.
Or bring back jobbers and have them beat on some jobbers and things like that. Where's the Brooklyn Brawler when you could use them?
Probably in Brooklyn.
He's also like 70 years old, so that's why Steve Lombardi ain't out there as an enhancement talent anymore. But I'm sure you could find enhancement talents to use. When they were trying to get Brown Strongman to be the greatest thing in the world before he got a TV show, he was going around beating up on enhancement talents. One of them actually got over with the crowd and got a very small, short WWE run. I believe that was at the same pay-per-view Money in the Bank I was at. That he technically won the women's Money in the Bank.
Oh, James Ellsworth, that was funny but stupid.
It was hilarious and stupid. The best thing he did was be in that feud with he got in the middle of the Moxley at the time Dean Ambrose AJ Styles feud. That was the best usage for Ellsworth as a complete tool and stooge. But yeah, you get some enhancement talents, or you get some low card guys and have them score some wins and build them up, and then you don't job him out to somebody big on the top of the card, a la Rusev to Cena. Then you're okay.
There's a lot of stuff I would like to see done differently in wrestling, but what's happening is they're slowly pushing me out, because I refuse to go to their live events because I won't support TKO's price increase just on principle. And I'm not like, I missed Raw. I heard it was pretty good, but if I don't watch Raw on a Monday night, literally anything else is more important to me. It's like, I missed wrestling. I read it on the internet. I'm good. Like, that's that. I'll go back and watch that shit, though.
I would miss wrestling, and I would get my catch up by the podcast. I would listen to Cornette. I would listen to the Solomonster on Sunday nights or Monday afternoons and get caught up. And that's how I knew and kept up with what was going on in the world of wrestling. I don't have time for that stuff anymore, so I don't. And so I have not caught up on the world of wrestling. On Tuesday, we were off work for Veterans Day. Salute to service. Thank you all. And that was the first time I've listened to the Solomonster Sounds Off, and I couldn't even tell you how long. It was one of those, I'm not feeling great. I'm going to lay here in bed. I'm just going to turn this podcast on and listen to it while I'm laying here. And that was it. And then I turned on OSW Review because I'm like, I got to get caught up on their latest arc because I've only watched part of the first episode. And then I got caught up on those guys.
I haven't watched the Solomonster in years. I don't dislike him. I just don't care.
I enjoy a sound off because it gives you everything you need to know about the week that was in wrestling in terms of news and rumor and innuendo and recap of the week without recapping the entire show that just took place, because he does that already. And I'm like, I don't need to hear a 2-hour episode about Raw. I will listen to a 2-hour episode about essentially the news of the week and what's been going on.
I just like Cornette to talk shit. That's what I
honestly miss being able to have time to sit down and listen to Jim just, talk shit about anything and everything and rail on the AEW guys and all that stuff. I wish I had like an extra 6 hours in my week to just sit down and do that, but I don't. But who knows? I would like to believe in Joe Hendry, which I do, but I'd also like to believe that at some point, I don't know when, that I'll be able to get back to listening to Corny and getting. I still download the drive-through and the experience, but typically it ends up being just removed from the Podbean list because I'm like, I'm a month behind. I'm not gonna be able to get caught up.
Now we have a super chat from our friend Xavier to God, which I read your message, Kendo. We'll address both things because certain things aren't happening. But what is your favorite Eddie Guerrero comedy bit? Asks Xavier to God. I would say either the Playboy Mansion one, where he talks about they're going to take pictures of Mamacita, and the guy goes, they took naked pictures of your mother? And he's like, no! And I thought that was hilarious. But anything after he became like the Viva La Raza, lie, cheat, steal Eddie Guerrero, I thought was pretty much gold, like all of it.
Yeah.
Like how he beat Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, that was great.
Yeah, that one was great. Pretty much anything Eddie Guerrero after that'd been like 2002, right? The Viva La Raza Eddie, been like 02, 03. So yeah, anything after that was great. And in terms of matches, anything involving his friend, I will say that for the next bit. You guys start talking. Give me 2 minutes to run something upstairs, and I'll be right back.
Well, while Kendo is stepping away, Xavier to God, I didn't think Eddie Guerrero, like the Latino heat before China, was very funny, But overall, he's just good comedy, good aggression, good everything. JBL at the Mexican border. That's a good one, Hunter. Back when wrestling had an edge, now it's just kind of like, we don't want to offend people on social media because they pay all our bills. It's like, no, they fucking don't.
Not anymore because they can't afford your bills.
Yeah. Why don't you? Yeah, wrestling's just, I can't believe wrestling's priced out people. Like, fucking pro wrestling. This isn't the NFL. This isn't Wimbledon. You're not going to see Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren.
Okay, first of all, you're giving it too much credit when you say Wimbledon. Like, calm down.
My point is, though, like, there's a picture rolling around the internet where it's Pierce Brosnan, the guy who plays Spider-Man, and somebody else just all in the same spot at Wimbledon. It's like, okay, you go to Wimbledon, you could see that. It's like, I went to WWE, and I saw a bunch of fucking streamers and that guy in the green t-shirt. And you're just like, this is why you're charging $2,000 to sit mid-level now? So I can be in the company of random celebrities that I don't fucking know? Like, it's different when you get the local sports team in the front row.
Yeah.
Or, like, a big celebrity who lives locally, like when Adam Sandler showed up. That makes sense. But, like, oh my God, there's what's the fucking guy's K2 Swift or some streamer? Like, they put him in the game. I'm like, who is this chucklehead? So
yeah, they're just trying to. Obviously, they're trying to get the younger fans, but even they don't fucking care. So it's like, I mean, that's why you have one of the the dude who sells Prime, whatever his name is. That's why I have him in wrestling right now. Yeah, Logan Paul. I'd say we have that jackass in there because
the sad part is, though, he's actually a pretty good wrestler. Like, that's the messed up part. He's really good. I hate him personally. I wish he would have stayed in that Japanese forest. But
yeah, don't hit him and his brother. Jeez,
I can't decide who I hate more.
That's also legitimate. Yeah, who do you hate more? They're both pretty insufferable.
You know, when we did our biggest douchebags, we should have put the Paul brothers on there. You know what we'll do an internet edition.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they're at the top.
Yeah, they have to be, man. Because I love how the younger one, whatever the fuck his name is, like he did a whole thing when he was boxing. He's like, yeah, I grew up, not in the best place or whatever. That's like, motherfucker, you grew up in like a nice house in Ohio. Like, shut the fuck up.
They're from a suburb of Cleveland. I get it, Cleveland's not that great,
but even then, like they had video that's still like on their channel and on the internet. That's like they grew up fairly nice for for what it was, and they're just like, oh, I grew up with this and it's like, don't fucking play it off. Don't do that. Don't be that asshole.
I'd love for Jake Paul, like if I ever met him and he started like, oh yeah, man, I'm the greatest. I beat Mike Tyson. I'm like, you beat like a 55-year-old dude. Yeah, I get it that it's Mike Tyson, but you also beat up an old Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
and you're in your
one
prime.
that looked like he was pulling his punches too.
Yeah, he did.
I think Mike Tyson could have whooped his ass and killed him quickly if he wanted to.
100%.
I 100% think he could have had he not gotten sick earlier in the year and had the fight delayed. And on top of the fact that Dion and I talked about it, we're pretty sure Mike was paid to just not.
I agree.
To just dance and not fucking knock him out. But I mean, they didn't grow up poor. I grew up a poor black child. No, that's not true.
I knew you back then. You had the worst hair.
From the movie.
Michael Jackson.
Good movie. Yeah. Oh, Paul brothers go fuck themselves. I think that actually one of them might be fighting. I think, when is the next Jake Paul fight?
You'll have to ask Google.
It is. That's what I did.
I thought you were asking me.
He's rumored to. I thought he was supposed to be fighting fucking Tank or whatever his name was. I guess that got canceled. Apparently, Jake Paul's going to fight. It's rumored that he's fighting next month against Anthony Joshua.
I don't know who that is.
A big British boxing dude that could potentially punch his head off of his body.
He's not, because I think everybody who wants to see his head get knocked off is never going to happen, because he's going to pay these people enough to like throw the fight. That's all it is.
Yeah, but Anthony Joshua is still sort of in his prime. Okay, so says it's on. So Gervonta Tank Davis was supposed to be fighting him, but apparently now he's fighting with Anthony Joshua. I don't know. We'll see. Folks, this is semi-breaking news. We're going to go ahead and, well, he's 36, so he's not exactly in his prime anymore. But you know what? Breaking news, stick a pin in that. We will revisit this topic if it actually moves forward.
Yeah, maybe we'll get, if it's on Netflix, we'll all get blasted and stream while it's on. We'll just talk over each other for 2 hours, but it'll be, something.
That's not how long a fight goes. The fight's only Well, if it goes the distance, where we're talking 48 minutes, so an hour.
Yeah, but the undercard.
Yeah.
Oh,
The whole thing.
Yeah, like the whole event. We'll do an intro, and people be like, "Why can't we watch it?" Because YouTube doesn't let you stream.
Yeah.
Copyright.
We don't want to get sued.
Yeah. No shinning.
Yeah.
Xavier to God also asks, "What's your favorite Eddie Guerrero feuds?"
Just based on the absurdity, the custody of Dominic was with Ray. That was always a great feud. Just because of the absurdity of the whole deal, with the fact that he was claiming to be Dominic's real father, and that they actually put the custody of him on a ladder, and whoever won would be in charge of this young person's life, just based on a rumor that he had actually fathered the child. That was great. Pretty much anything that involved him feuding with any of his friends, like Ray, the Malenkos of the world, anything like that, anything he was doing when he had like really great ring chemistry, that was pretty much top notch.
Yeah, he had so many. Like, to me, it's hard to pick a feud, but his matches, man, like, I don't know if I love the JBL feud, but I do like those matches he had. There are a couple of gnarly ones. The bull rope match is fine, but what's the one where Eddie Guerrero just starts gushing blood? Like, that match is gnarly.
I can't remember, but yeah, he bladed himself just a little too deep and hit a vein or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, it like literally is gushing out.
He looked like a fucking butchered hog by the end of the match.
That's a good analogy. His match with Rob Van Dam at Judgment Day 02, Xavier to God, was a damn fine match too. I watched that recently. Yeah, I mean, let's start talking about this. So, 20 years ago, Eddie Guerrero passed away, and it was one of those moments as a wrestling fan that I'll always remember, because it would be disingenuous for me to sit and tell you that he was my favorite wrestler in life. I liked him a lot. Got his autograph. Always cheered for him when he was a face. Like, I liked Eddie Guerrero a lot. He's in my personal top 10. Love the dude. But I wouldn't call him my absolute favorite. But it was one of those situations where when he died, I was like walking into school on a Monday morning, and this kid named Kevin's like, Eddie Guerrero died. They announced it on Raw. I was like, it's Monday morning. He's not dead. You're making this up. Because this kid kind of made up shit. So I went to the computer. This was 2005, so I had to go to the computer lab because nobody had smartphones yet. And if you accidentally press that internet button on your phone, you're hitting back real quick.
Oh, yeah. It took like 5 minutes to go back. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm getting charged by the second here. Shit.
Yeah, they'll charge you by the second. They charge you by the
my mom's going to kill me.
No.
But I remember going to the computer lab and looking it up and just going, whoa, what? And then that night, it was a Raw. It had been taped. So they do this Eddie Guerrero tribute. It was Orton and Rey Mysterio are the final match. And I remember being angry back then. I was like, why did Randy Orton lose? But long story short, Eddie Guerrero his legacy, it's interesting. It's a situation where I respect the legacy. I love the matches. I love the great stuff. But I feel he is used more in death than any other wrestler. And it's to a point where I hate it. Like, I hate the LWO. The fact that they use the opening to his theme song to get people pumped, that sucks to me. And the reason I really don't respect Rey Mysterio as a champion is because he got the title because Eddie Guerrero died, and they wanted to cash in on that and make a feel-good story. And I think that's absolute dog shit. Fuck that. Like, it took me until recently to think that Rey Mysterio was decent, because I always looked at him as a charity case. Like, oh, they give him a WrestleMania main event because his buddy died in real life. I don't like that. But, it's the Eddie Guerrero legacy that does live on. His matches, his promos, it's wonderful stuff. What do you think, Kendo? How do you feel about Guerrero?
Well, my story of finding out was similar to yours. I was also in a school, but I was working as a substitute teacher that day. And I walked in, sat down, got my assignments, everything, was waiting for the first class to come in, clicked on the Newswire thing just to kill some time, and saw WWE wrestler Eddie Guerrero dies. I'm like, oh shit, Eddie Guerrero's dead? And I read through it or whatever, and it's like, fuck, okay. First class comes in, and, got them all set up. I was like, hey, anybody here a wrestling fan? People's hands went up. I was like, anybody here an Eddie Guerrero wrestling fan? Like, he's your favorite? A couple hands stayed up. I'm like, well, you're going to have to get a new favorite wrestler, because I got some breaking news for you. Because even back then, I appreciated morbid gallows humor, and that's just kind of how I roll. But yeah, it was one of those shit. I can't believe that happened because like I watched him in WCW and all that stuff, and watched him jump to WWE. Was like, holy shit! Like she was the F back then. I was like, this is kind of exciting and all that good stuff. But kind of the same boat as you. The only difference is I didn't get the chance to hate Ray or think of him as a charity case because around the time that Eddie died, I had sort of mostly stopped watching wrestling on a regular basis, would still pick it up here and there. But shortly after Eddie Guerrero died, I'm like, no, I'm an adult now with responsibles, and I stopped watching wrestling altogether because I just didn't have time for the shit. And so I have only been able to get a minor look at what you're talking about with the Latino World Order and all that stuff. I'm shocked as hell that Rey Mysterio Jr. is still wrestling, considering nearly 30 years ago, I remember watching him wrestle on WCW, and he was doing the same shit as he is now. I don't know how the hell he's going.
He's talented as hell.
He is extremely talented as hell. But you know what? The biggest legacy for me, the biggest thing about this is that his son, Dominic, Eddie's son, I believe that really is Eddie's child, is become one of the best things they got going for a while. When I saw Dirty Dom rolling around out there, I'm like, okay, Ray is the consummate good guy. He's trying to be the bad guy, and it's not working until it started to work. And I'm like, maybe he actually is Eddie's son because he's working really well because Eddie was an amazing heel. And so there's that. But I never got the hate.
He cut a promo.
All that stuff.
There was a promo where Rey Mysterio or somebody mentioned Eddie Guerrero, and he goes, "Keep my father's name out of your mouth." I was like, damn, they're really going along with that story. It's been 20 years.
It's such a great story. That was like the first time that story ever became like a thing. I don't ever remember them challenging the legitimacy of one of the other wrestlers' children to another wrestler. But then again, they were close friends, so you could see why they would have been okay with doing that shit because they knew it would make money. I do remember Vince having an illegitimate child named Horns.
That was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
I like how Kendo froze mid-Hornswoggle sentence.
Yep. He invoked the creature's name, and it got him.
Yeah.
It got me. It got me.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. No.
We're happy to have you back, Kendo.
Thank you. I would say that probably the death of Eddie Guerrero probably got to me just about as much as the Owen Hart one did. The only difference being like Owen was definitely one of my favorites, whereas Eddie was nobody. It's not something I disliked. I enjoyed him, but it wasn't like, oh my god. It's only been in the 20 years since that I've spent most of my time watching old wrestling as opposed to contemporary shit. That I'm like, fuck, damn, Eddie was really, really good.
Dude, he was really, really good, and I will go back and watch his matches, and he's the wrestler that I think his death changed all of wrestling, because this is just my take, but I believe had Eddie Guerrero not died, Benoit wouldn't have had a further mental break.
Yes.
He wouldn't have done what he did, and therefore wrestling would be much different had Eddie Guerrero not died. It's not that Chris Benoit is the real catalyst, it's Eddie Guerrero's passing, because that broke the guy even further.
Yeah, that's a 100% accurate statement, because in anything and everything that's been told about the Benoit's downward spiral, it all was triggered when Eddie died. He was already dealing with some shit, but once Eddie died, that was it. Like, he was donezo. I don't think people thought he was going to do what he did, or at least to the degree that he did it, but that was pretty much it. And then, of course, WWE and Vince, being the kings of the over-course correction, went the complete hard opposite direction of the way they should have. It would have been really easy just to be like, look, we had a tribute show last night to Chris Benoit before we had all the details of what happened, because we're a bunch of fucking carnies and we like to cash in on shit, and we just tried to cash in on that and it didn't work. So mea culpa, I didn't actually die in that limo explosion, and we're going to bring you some good wrestling content in the near future and maybe take a hiatus for a week or two. But no, Vince said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go take everything that was making this product hot and completely steer it in the other direction to make it family friendly, because we don't want people to think that our business is one of children killers.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a fucking dark day. Like, honestly, I remember that day too, and thinking, I remember the day.
Well,
he
in a
died.
year and a half, we can talk about the 20-year anniversary of the Benoit story.
Then we'll save it for then.
Whew. Oh God, my only connection to Eddie Guerrero is that I've met one of his daughters or his daughter at a horror convention. She does makeup art.
One of.
He's
got many children out there.
Yeah. Kaylee Mahoney Guerrero. That's her name.
Did you ever meet his nephew, Kerwin White?
No.
No.
That's my favorite. That's the only time I've ever liked Chavo Guerrero. Because I always thought Chavo.
No, because I saw this girl at this convention, FrankenCon in Knoxville, a couple times, and she has a picture of Eddie Guerrero on her table, and then I looked at her last name, I was like, oh, this makes sense now. So I didn't put two and two together the first time I saw her. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, now I know who you are.
Should have done that.
Kendo, that's exactly what they rip off of the LWO theme. It's just that exact part of Eddie Guerrero's theme, and I'm like, oh man, Eddie Guerrero. Wait, he died 20 years ago, so why?
Yeah, he's dead. If Eddie Guerrero comes walking down to the ring, either A, they got a hologram machine that's really good, or B, we're in the end times. The dead have
risen.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We really need to find high ground.
Yeah, things are bad. Things are bad.
It's fair. So, our friend Xavier God says you guys should check out One Wrestling Hater versus 10 Wrestling Fans. If you haven't already, you'll either love it or hate it, and you might agree with the hater. Probably will agree with the hater, because a lot of times people are called haters by people who lack the knowledge or information that the hater has. So if I watch Jey Uso and people go, oh man, Jey Uso's so great, he gets the crowd hyped, he is really the best on the mic, and I go, no, Jey Uso's not even good on the mic, and I give you 12 examples of people that are better on the mic that got the crowd just as hot every week, I'm going to be called a hater because I've actually spent more time watching this shit and I know it. So, Xavier to God, I probably would have agreed with the hater every time. Yeah, that shit. You eat yourself out of existing on the screen because your green screen makes you disappear.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my summation of Jey Uso, the wrestler at this day and age, is literally, it's the yeet. That's it. Cornette was talking about this. It's essentially the way wrestlers get over now. It has nothing to do with their mic skills. It has nothing to do with their ability. It has to do with their theme songs and how interactive they are with the crowd with it. Like, Seth Rollins is essentially like a Teflon wrestler because of his entrance that people like to sing along to.
I hate that entrance so much. Sorry, continue.
And Jey Uso is the same way. Jey Uso is a mid-card wrestler that cannot cut a promo, that the crowd loves because of the yeet thing, and he was, hot take, far better as a tag team wrestler with Jimmy. They were far better together than they are apart.
Agreed.
But on that note, the Usos as a tag team, whether heel or face, were not the best tag team that they had going, nor is it one of the top stratospheric tag teams that the WWE's ever had. I know they've given them the title for the longest run so that they can say they are the longest reigning tag champions of all time. That may very well be, but I think a lot of it had to do with the fact of who their cousin was and who their faux cousin is.
I also think it has to do with Rikishi just calling up the office and bitching every week.
Probably.
Those things, how Rikishi complains, oh, they took the belt off my son. It's like, buddy, I get it, but there is only one wrestler in your family that's truly great and one that can be booked in any way possible. And I hate to say it isn't you or your sons. We know who it is. It's Cousin Dwayne and Cousin Roman. Or whatever the hell, Joe Anoa'i. Like, Roman Reigns is legit. I don't like him, but he's kind of reached that point where it's like, yeah, you can't really argue that he can be a main event guy. They only took 10 years to get it right.
I just don't understand.
Mike in the chat, the Usos are the best tag team related to The Rock in history.
Oh, God.
That's probably true. They've overtaken the Head Shrinkers and the Wild Samoans.
I agree, 100%. No, I don't think the Usos were as over as like the New Age Outlaws were. Like
No.
they were a team that was like because wrestling isn't as popular as it used to be. The people on the internet think because they're watching it and they're in this like internet echo chamber that, oh, it's the hottest it's ever been. It's not. Like go back when we were growing up, you walk down the street, you see a wrestling shirt maybe once an hour at the mall. Everybody was rocking Stone Cold or DX. Everybody had those fucking shirts.
I don't think they were as over as the New Day were during the same time period that they were both out there as a thing.
They weren't as good as the New Day on the mic for sure. They weren't as entertaining as the New Day either.
Somebody that was around for the beginnings of the New Day, I was part of the New Day sucks crowd because the New Day was fucking terrible when they first came out. Like Big E was talking like a Black Baptist minister doing and we're going to get you on Sunday. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, that dude was talking not too long ago. He didn't sound like that at all. And Kofi, say what you will, Jamaican, no longer Jamaican, whatever. He, that shit was Jamaican me crazy. And Xavier Woods, it was like, we didn't know that his biggest hit at that point was the one that he gave with Brad Maddox in that tag team. But at the same time, it's like, these guys are fucking terrible. And then they turned heel. And then they stopped acting like they were like, so happy and everything like that. They were pretty much just saying, we're happy, fuck you. And then it changed. And it's like, dude, this shit works. And they turned back to being good guys. And then New Day sucks became New Day rocks. Like, everybody loved the New Day. And the New Day was far more over with everybody than the Usos ever were as a tag team. And yeah, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, Xavier to God, I like to reiterate the point. I just think it's because the quote unquote hater has a better knowledge of wrestling. People might call Jim Cornette a hater. I don't think he's a hater. I think he's entertaining to listen to, and he's got valid points. Not do I agree with everything? Hell no.
No,
but he also
Jim
is an expert.
Yes, he has forgotten more about wrestling than most of us have ever learned, and could hope to remember. And he's been in the business, worked in the business for longer or more than half of us have lived. And I do agree that he is stuck in the bubble of this is what wrestling should be because that's what he came up with and through and all that other stuff. He's not of the modern wrestling era. He's of the old school kayfabe wrestling era, but he will also acknowledge that kayfabe is long since dead. That horse has left the barn. You're never getting it back. And he accepts the fact that professional wrestling has irrevocably changed and that it will never be what it once was. But at the same time, I can say the same thing about Major League Baseball. And I can say that as soon as they do this proposed realignment to change a lot of the teams that were American and National League teams to the other league, I'm going to hate it and be very, very upset. I'll probably still watch it, but I'm still going to be very unhappy with it, especially since they allowed somebody that was flagrantly gambling on the sport to get away with it and blame his interpreter. But that's neither here nor there at this point.
Wait, Pete Rose had an interpreter?
No, we're talking about Shohei Ohtani.
I know.
As far as I know, Pete Rose spoke English just fine. I've seen his interviews. He communicated, and now they were old interviews from beyond 30 years ago, and I had a tough time understanding the words, but I got most of it.
It's because you'll be a doctor soon. That's why you're a doctor in old language.
Yes.
So
I got my degree in English language circa the late 1900s.
How do you think it feels to be Dion watching Lethal Weapon and it just doesn't make sense?
I don't know, dude. I feel bad. Maybe that's why he's not here right now.
He's got to watch. That's why he has to like. That's why he likes new movies so much because he actually understands the dialogue.
There you go, folks. You've heard it here first. We've unlocked the mystery. Dion loves all the new movies that come out because he doesn't understand the old movies because he just doesn't understand the words.
And that makes me really sad for Dion. At least our friendship is still relevant to him for the next 12 years. Because in 12 years, he won't I won't be able to post shit from our old Facebook feeds or old videos of hanging out in college. Just be like, I can't understand that, man. And
GoldenEye
cry a little
30.
inside.
He won't understand GoldenEye anymore.
He can never watch Dude, if I couldn't watch GoldenEye anymore, I'd cry a little on the inside.
Christ. Folks, we we've hit an event horizon here on World Class Bullshitters.
Literally.
One of us can no longer understand the really important, crucial movies to their life and their upbringing, and every day brings that person one step closer to disaster of more and more shit that they cannot appreciate or understand. Jesus. So we're gonna play a game on World Class Bullshitters, starting now, but mostly when hopefully the diversity of this channel becomes greater, and you guys will post in the chat all the fun fact things that Dion cannot understand anymore because it is now over the 30-year mark. So find shit that comes out over the next week or so, or talk about how, like, if Dion really loved, what is that, Boy Meets World? He can't understand half the episodes anymore. Like,
he's lucky. He hates Boy Meets World. He's thankful he can't understand Topanga.
Then talk about Friends or something like that. He loves that show.
Yeah.
What should I get him from Friends for Christmas this year? Every year I buy Dion a Friends-themed Christmas gift.
Buy him something with fucking the one guy that died on it, Matthew Perry.
I should get him a custom. Would it be stupid if I photoshopped a picture of Dion with Matthew Perry like hanging out with their arms over each other and just like made him that shirt? Should I do it?
No. Even better, and even probably more of an asshole to do. Him and Matthew Perry in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Oh, Coos Bros.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what we could do?
That's it.
I could.
That'd be a really shitty thing to do, but it'd be funny.
What I should do is get it printed on a big piece of canvas and like frame it and. Kendo, I'll pull that old Nation of Domination bit with The Rock and Farouk. Remember how The Rock gave Farouk that painting of himself and he beat him up with it? I'll just get Dion a giant Friends thing. I'm like, now, Dion, I can hit you over the head with it if you'd like.
I think he'd take the bump just for fun as long as somebody filmed it.
I should have filmed his kip-up attempt. That was still great. He was so drunk. Like, you just can't. You haven't seen Dion at that level, guys. I know you've seen Dion at like blackout, where it's like 2 a.m. and he disappeared, but you haven't egged him on like that.
The fact that happened, and like, oh my god, he didn't even know himself. That's how fucked up he was.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's my friend.
Since we're coming up on the 3-hour mark, do we want to visit the Derriere for just a quick moment?
Yeah, let's talk about Welcome to Derriere. We'll figure out a name for Dion's condition next week. Hold on, I got to read this message from our friend Xavier to God, who's been a member for 33 months. Thank you, Xavier to God, for all the support you bring WCBS. We appreciate you, man. Jeff the Hater said that The Rock is only known for being Rocky Johnson's son. Also, some of the fans this era are better than the Attitude Era. And the Attitude Era couldn't hang in the ring today. Well, okay, let's address all those. First off, I'd say if you walk down the street and pull 100 people, 0 will know who Soul Man Rocky Johnson is in today's day and age. But everybody will know The Rock. Now, what you're saying is he only got known in the wrestling world for it. Yeah, sure, he got a tryout, but like, I don't think literally anything that The Rock did in the ring is only relevant because of his dad. His dad didn't come up with, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? His dad didn't create the people's elbow. His dad didn't cut the promos. Like, his dad was a part of his career in the beginning, and it wasn't very good. WrestleMania 13 is trash.
Yeah.
But, I think that's stupid, that point. You know what? We should just get this guy on the show. We should do hater versus hater. And it'll be like,
to that point, if you want to say he was only there because he was Rocky Johnson's son, that version of The Rock, Rocky Maivia, was the Die Rocky Die version of The Rock that I remember very well because I was in the Die Rocky Die camp. This guy came out with his tassels and his busted ass wannabe Jerry curl hair and smiling real big and all that stuff. I hated him. Everybody fucking hated him. But once he decided he wanted to embrace his blackness and join the Nation of Domination and become The Rock, suddenly everybody that hated Rocky was no longer saying Die Rocky Die. We were saying other things because he was a heel and we were supposed to.
Yeah, Rocky sucks.
Yeah. So he went from Die Rocky Die to Rocky sucks. And so if you want to say that, sure, you could say he's only known because of that. But that was also the lowest point of his WWE run ever, was the beginning when that was going on, because none of us fucking liked it. But then once he went heel, then it became a different story. So there's your counterpoint.
And then let's see. there are a lot of better wrestlers today than there were in the Attitude Era, but wrestling's not as good as it used to be because wrestling's not about work rate. It's not only about work rate. Like if you want, like those modern fans say that, go watch Kenny Omega jerk off over some fucking Final Fantasy. Like that guy sucks.
Oh, Final Fantasy sucks.
I agree. That's my hot take. Zelda's better in every way.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I remember growing up and like I thought I was a fucking nerd, but some of these kids were like Final Fantasy's out. I'm like, calm the fuck down.
I always like back then all the anime kids like with the big swooshy hair and all this shit. Back then I was like, okay, Dragon Ball Z is cool because they whoop ass. But a lot of times it was like you would catch a filler episode of these other shows and they're just like crying or doing something stupid, and you're just like, why do you watch this?
Dude, as soon as that animation came up, I think it was on Cartoon Network. I avoided it like the plague. I was like, I don't fucking like this. Turn this off. Just didn't. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me, man.
No,
couldn't do it. But anyways, Arnold, do you want to say something?
I was supposed to make sure we addressed everything and the message. Yeah, I stand by that. So, Attitude Era, maybe the guys weren't wrestling the same way. Maybe the Godfather couldn't do a 450 splash, or he couldn't do, a one-winged angel into a pile driver, reverse that into
a Canadian destroyer.
A Canadian destroyer, and then do a triple backflip and a coffin drop and tear my back apart and rip my asshole open like
But we
Powerhouse
also
Hobbs.
didn't want to see him do that.
No. Did I ever tell you when I went to AEW, I met Powerhouse Hobbs, and he was trying to talk shit, so I called him Power Bottom Hobbs, and he really hated me. There's that heel heat where he's just
oh
like,
my
man, fuck
god!
you. And then he was like trying to get me to come over the banister and fight him.
I would have recorded that and posted that immediately. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Hold on, I think I might have footage of it.
Jesus, dude, that's hilarious.
There's another difference between wrestlers nowadays in the Attitude Era. The wrestlers in the Attitude Era got it. The wrestlers nowadays have thin skin.
They really do. They very much do.
Okay, I found my AEW pictures. Okay, that's Big Bill. That's Jericho. By the way, folks, you're like, oh, I wonder how close Jeff sat. Like, I'm at ringside on TV. You can watch this episode of AEW Dynamite. And I'm wearing a Wolfbusters shirt the entire fucking time. I'm promoting myself.
Nice.
I don't have a video of Powerhouse Hobbs talking shit, but I got him getting ready to scream at me. So
that's the face of a power bottom.
Yeah, that's Power Bottom Hobbs if I ever saw one.
Oh god, do we need to troll him on Twitter?
I mean, we can. The one time we went to AEW, it went fucking viral and got a couple million views. Remember?
That's true. That's true.
Nick. You know what to do. Find Powerhouse Hobbs. Call him Power Bottom Hobbs. Be like, hey, remember when I called you Power Bottom Hobbs and you legit got upset?
Yeah, he was trying to fight me, man. Like, I don't know what to say. I hope he was just being a heel and not that much of a pussy.
See.
Yes,
I found his fucking Twitter handle. It's happening right now.
Folks, here you go. You are watching the live version of us being shit heels to people on the internet for funsies.
Yeah, but he kind of deserves it.
Lightly.
I mean, Power Bottoms Hobbs isn't the worst thing you could be called, but,
The thing is, you could have gotten away with it.
Yeah. If I was a wrestler on TV with some clout, man, I'd get in so much trouble because I'd say this shit like, actually, I don't know. Okay, everybody says it's like,
apparently he's Powerhouse Hobbs on Wikipedia, but now he's like the Monster Will Hobbs on Twitter or something.
Oh, he probably uses his real name.
That's why you say, hey, how come you're not calling yourself Powerhouse Hobbs, Power Bottom Hobbs?
That's how you do it, man.
Oh god. Well, I guess I'm gonna write this message now.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good run-ins with wrestlers. Godfather, China, lots of them over the years. They're always cool with us, all except that candy-ass CM Punk. Nah. Xavier the God sent to the super chat, and then we'll talk about Derriere. WWE is too clean-looking and overproduced now.
Yes.
Too commercial, sir.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
100%. They have sold their souls.
Yeah, they've sold their souls to the Middle East.
They have, and you know that it's going to be not AEW, excuse me. You know it's going to be WWE Saudi forever because they keep doing those stupid 2030 commercials like during wrestling. It's just
Yeah, well, and
Too
it's
much.
and it's one of those things. Like, I wonder, will the Saudis make things cheaper? Like, that's the thing. Will they make things more affordable?
How is LIV golf and other shit going?
They actually, LIV Golf prided themselves on being the 54-hole more entertaining golf because they didn't play 4 days. They played 3 days and, not 72 holes, 54 holes, LIV, ha, 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 Roman numerals. They made an announcement a couple weeks ago. Dion and I were laughing about this. They are expanding to 72 holes of golf to be more traditional. So
they're going out of business soon.
Yes. So their whole gimmick of we play 54 holes. It's more exciting over here.
It's fucking golf.
They're going to 72 holes. They're like, now, you know what? We're going to increase it to 72 to be like a real tournament, blah, 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 blah. Something else. I'm like, So are you going to change the LIV? Is it going to be LIIVII or it'd be LI. What the fuck? It'd be LXXII. Are you going to be LXXII golf now? Or are you rebranding?
It'd be a lot cooler if they did.
It would be very cool and meta if they're like, LIV golf isn't a thing anymore. We're now LXXII golf.
Oh my god!
Like, just
Can we just get all sport to have an XXX version? Remember BMXXX? Weren't times simpler then?
They were.
Okay, so let's take it back to a simpler time to close this out. Welcome to Dairy
1962 Maine.
Yeah, 1962 Maine. What were you doing in 1962 Maine? I wasn't born yet. Neither was Kendo or Nick.
No.
Somehow Dion was alive.
Yeah. My mother was 1, if that helps.
My mom was 3, depending on what time of the year this was.
That's true.
So, Kendo, you've been wanting to talk about this show all week because you are loving it. The first episode was gnarly. It was bloody. Second one, not bad, not as great. And now you think it's returned to form with the third episode. I need to finish the third one before I can fully comment on it. But how are you guys feeling about this show overall?
Kendo, you go ahead, man.
Last week, I was on full record, that I was literally... Sexy Kurt was making my ankle hurt in the middle of the ring, and I was ready to tap out. It's WrestleMania 21, and I'm Shawn Michaels. I cannot get the rope break. I cannot get out of this ankle lock. I got to tap. But I somehow got a rope break with episode 3. I didn't like episode 1. I've explained that. I wasn't a fan of episode 2. Episode 3, as I told, it was my Godfather 3 moment. I hate that movie. That's when I thought I was out. They pulled me back in. It worked. The episode 3 completely worked for me. It was everything I would want it to be because they did a lot of really cool shit and they explained a bunch of things. The opening of the show is got a kid that goes to the sideshow in 1908. And if you do the math, it lines up correctly with the minus 54 years. So good on them for being, self-aware to a degree of their timeline. And he ends up having a run-in with a Native American girl. So I'll be politically correct. I hope she was a Micmac that ruined the fucking Pet Cemetery. That would just be extremely meta.
That would be fucking crazy if that happens. I kind of hope it does, though.
Yeah, are they trying to build a whole universe out of that shit?
It would make sense.
They are.
It would make sense if they were Micmacs. But they are running around, playing out in the woods, and the boy runs into the woods, and the girls tell him, "Don't fucking go in the woods," and he gets attacked. And the best part is, he doesn't get attacked by Pennywise. Pennywise, the clown, it's not a thing yet. But they did something even better. The guy turned into essentially a fucking Wendigo, which explains that whole region's Wendigo shit would be Pennywise. And so that was really smart. The girl saves him. They get away. Fast forwards back to 1962. And the focus is on the group of kids forming their own very, very, very early version of a loser's club. Because Pickle Girl gets out of the loony bin in fucking record time. Which is crazy. Like, you think after being committed for the second time in the booby hatch, they'd keep her for a little bit longer. But somehow within a couple days, she's fucking sprung. She's no longer, nuts. And she makes it up with the one girl, Ronnie, about, hey, I didn't really mean to get your dad put in jail, but, whatever. And
it's the '60s, and he's not he's not from around here.
Yeah, they team up with Mike Hanlon's dad, who has 100% plot armor because he has to live because we have to get Mike Hanlon somehow. And in this movie or in the show, he's only like 12, so I don't think it's happening anytime soon. And then they find their own version of Latino Heat with the Cuban kid. And
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
So they got their little hodgepodge group. So then it goes to Will's dad, and Ajax, who is in charge of all this shit, is going to send him on a mission with Dick Halloran, which is Scatman Crothers from The Shining, because he was mentioned in the book of It, so it works. It's in the same universe. And he sends him out with the slingshot that was his toy as a kid that him and the Indian girl ran around with to go and try to find this thing out there in the wilderness. And totally not Scatman Crothers has a vision where he kind of has an idea what's going on, and he meets Pennywise, but it's not Skarsgård the clown. It's an entity that looks like him, but you see the Pennywise shit, you see the people floating and everything like that we saw in the It movies. It's all there, and he has to be like saved because like Pennywise is like somehow got him to about to jump out of this fucking helicopter, but Grandpa Hanlon pulls him to safety, and that kind of goes there. But then we find out, because the Indian girl is all grown up and she runs a secondhand store, and Ajax goes and meets up with her because he was the little boy from earlier in the show. So now we know why the Air Force is there, because that was one of my big things. They're like, why is the government going to use Pennywise to kill the commies? I mean, yes, I'm all for by whatever means necessary to destroy the Red Menace. However, let's not get too fucking far-fetched. Let's not Stranger Things ourselves. And so then it kind of makes sense that he had the encounter before, so he could theoretically, while he's in charge of this place here, say, hey, let's go do these things, and I need X, Y, and Z to be able to do it. And so that, and then the kids go and they supposedly have a seance, and then crazy shit happens to them in the woods or in the cemetery. They're going to get away, but Daddy Hanlon, not Granddaddy Hanlon, Daddy Hanlon, the kid, Will.
Is that a rapper? Daddy Hanlon?
Daddy Hanlon.
Fucking might as well be. Takes a picture of the crypt because something ran behind him. And then they go and they break into the school to develop the film, because that's what you used to have to do back in those days, because it wasn't digital, kids. And their images are coming out, and they see these like ghouls and specters of like the kids that were killed earlier in the show chasing them through the cemetery. And then their last one, they're looking at it, they're like, what the hell is that? And he goes, it's a clown. And it's kind of an outline of Pennywise the clown. So that is where we're left off in episode 3. It brought me back in. It gave me justification why the Air Force was there, because Ajax wanted to go and get fucking Pennywise to kill the commies. He's got to use Scatman Crothers before he gets sent off to the fucking Colorado wilderness to run a hotel as a cook. And it makes the connection from the earlier episode. We know who's got plot armor. I'm still not sure how Pickle Girl got out in such fucking timely fashion from the booby hatch, but we're starting to get our little loser club put together and everything like that, which would make sense, because even the girl says something when they're having a flashback to Ajax about, well, little Ajax, about, have you ever noticed that people seem to forget shit that happens here all the time? You're going to leave and you're never going to remember this place. Because he's like, oh, please remember me, girl. And then he sees her in the little shop. He's like, it's been 50 years. And she's like, I didn't forget you. And he's like, I forgot you until just now, and blah, 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 or whatever the hell it is. So that explains, because that tracks, because we've learned that for some reason, when you leave Derry, you forget what happened in Derry, and you don't remember any of that shit until fucking Mike Hanlon calls you on the phone and says, it's back, you got to come in. And everybody comes rushing back, except for Stan Uris, who fucking self-deletes himself from the equation. So
yeah,
I like it because they're kind of staying true to the universe now, and they've explained why the government would be digging around in Derry looking for Pennywise to turn him into a weapon.
Yeah.
They haven't explained that yet, but at least I've got more justification for it than how did everybody not understand the fucking Soviets or somebody was building a fucking giant base under a mall in Indiana.
Are you giving season 5 a chance, Kendo?
No. But I didn't give season 4 a chance.
No,
I will probably watch like the last episode just to see. It's the same thing I did with the fucking motorcycle guys, the Sons of Anarchy. I was told by friends, you got to watch it, you got to watch it, you got to watch it. I watched the first season. I was like, okay, this show's pretty good. I watched the second season. I'm like, this show's pretty good. I watched the season up until they kidnap his kid and take him back to Ireland. And now Sam Crow's got to vroom across the ocean to go get Jax Teller's kid back from the Irish mafia. Oh, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. We've gotten too fucking weird. I cannot. This does not work. I'm done here. And I didn't watch anything until they were ending the show, and it was the last season, and it was like the last like 3 episodes. I'm like, all right, I'll jump in. I'll get the recap of everything I've missed from this season, and I'll see where it goes. And I thought it ended nicely, and I have no regrets about bailing out of it the way I did and missing like the bulk of the show. So, but no, season 5, I'll watch like the last episode or 2. I might watch the first one to get the recap of everything from season 4, and then say, I will catch you all later at the end of this show in 25 years, whenever it finally comes out, and see what old Finn Wolfhard's up to these days.
Oh, jeez. When this episode came out, I was like, I hope Kendo likes it because I like it a lot too. When the kids are getting chased through the cemetery, like I don't know, the effects of the ghosts they had were like really good, and like and the kids are just taking pictures of all these ghosts, trying to figure out trying to get a picture of something so they can figure out what's chasing them.
And to be able to show that they have proof and that they're not fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah, exactly. Because the one girl is, and she's been to the Looney Bin twice now.
Yeah.
The booby hatch.
The booby hatch. Yeah, been there twice now. And I love how the little like Cuban kid is the one leading the seance.
And he has no fucking idea.
He has no fucking idea.
My uncle told me how to do it, and then it's my cousin told me how to do it. Well, he kind of told me how to do it. Well, I've heard about it, and it's like, you don't know shit, kid, but you know what? You're trying to impress the girls, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Dick Halloran doing the whole like psychic echolocation with the slingshot was really cool because he's trying to figure out where Pennywise is, and he goes, he I guess he goes too deep and like he goes into a vault and almost gets attacked by him and almost self deletes, and it's a whole situation, but he finds him and he gets real close and stuff. So really like
Sounds
that
like
character.
Inception. He goes too deep.
Yeah, he really pretty much happens.
He shinned his shinning too hard.
He shinned his shinning too hard.
You never want to shin your shinning too hard. It's like too hard, you die.
Yeah, so Dick Halloran and Leroy Hanlon, their interaction is interesting. James Remar going back to his Native American love was really interesting as well too, because he's like, he doesn't know what's going on. They had a past and he didn't know what was happening, and then he figures it out and stuff. So it's starting to come together. Like it took them. I'm glad it took them. Like it was like I was with Kendo. I was like, if this 3rd episode blows, I'm out. I'm entirely out.
Yeah,
but it brought us back in. We're getting somewhere. It's getting good. So we'll see how this rolls.
See, I'm at a place where I prefer. Okay, not prefer. I'll probably stick through a show more if it's a slower build to get pretty good. So I really liked the first episode of Alien. I was really on board with it. And then it just dropped off. And then I went, that's disappointing. But like when it starts out okay and keeps getting progressively better, then I usually will stick around. I'm like, well, it just keeps getting better. Let's keep watching it type of thing. So
yeah, and like, this one obviously being, like this whole universe building show is what they're trying to do, I guess, is like trying to really put things together. I guess it took 2 episodes of them like really introducing everybody and, having it come through for it to be like, all right, the 3rd one, we'll give you a little something to keep you motivated. So they did, and they did a good job with it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
3 seasons. I'm not sure how you squeeze 3 seasons out of the story, because there can't be It Welcome to Derry 1976 because the timeline won't add up, because It Part 1 takes place in 89. So we're 27 years before that in 1960 Deuce. So I'm not sure what their plan would be for that, unless it's supposed to be like we build up to them finding out about Pennywise. But it also, back to the thing about the Wendigo, it makes sense about why he would adopt the clown thing, because he's trying to lure the kids in before he scares the shit out, because just trying to pull off the Wendigo shit just doesn't seem to work real well, because they immediately get freaked out and run away. That's bad. You don't want that. You want to, lure them in. So that would make sense why he becomes that. But then again, when Scatman goes and sees him, he's got the Pennywise shit going on. So clearly he's adopted the clown persona already. So maybe he's just, maybe he's going through his college phase and just experimenting.
We don't judge here on the channel.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So no, I think the first 2 seasons are going to be in this town, and then the third one will be like, I don't know, after the original storyline of the It book. So maybe 27 years after that.
Oh, it's gonna the chat's saying it's gonna keep going back another 27 years. So season 2 will be in 35, and season 3 will be 1908.
Which we're already kind of getting the 1908 a little bit with this season, because that's when Ajax first got to Derry when he was a kid, was in 1908.
Oh wow! So that's they're wanting to go all the way back. Okay, that's interesting. So we'll see the. So I guess the third season is going to be Pennywise. We see his original form, I guess, when he comes to Earth, or how he ever comes here.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I love period pieces. I enjoy it very much whenever they're doing the old school shit. Like, it's one of the things I loved about Peaky Blinders, other than like lots of references to places I've been in that area of the country. Mm-hmm. But they dress way better than we do now. We dress like slobs. It's more comfortable, but I like seeing a glimpse into the time periods that people I know and am related to lived in that I didn't, because I wasn't alive in 1962. So it is kind of cool to see that type of shit going on. I'm a history person, so I love seeing old timey shit on screen. But I would be good with that because we know where this has to go. So like, they can't have the end of the season the kids beat Pennywise. It's like, no, they can't, because
oh wow, okay, yeah, that's a good point. So if that's if that's the route they're going, where they keep going back every 27 years. As long as this season, the majority of the season's good, I'll be fine. I mean, that's going to be interesting to see that go back that far. So yeah, if the overall tone of this season is good, I'm here for it then.
Yeah, like technically the story ends in 2016 based on the timeline.
Yeah.
So we know where it's going to be at and how it's going to go. So if they want to go back, that's fine. But I also feel like if the point is to go back and show these like crucial events that have been discussed in the stories and movies, you really need to have 8 episodes talking about the Easter massacre and all that shit? Or can you just maybe have one episode as a flashback to it when the kids are reading the story about it? Because in the movie, the first one, when they're in the library, they're reading about all this shit that happened, like the Easter massacre and things like that, but they didn't show it because there was all that other stuff going on. Like in the show, you could show it, but you can't have an entire fucking season about just what happens in 1908 or anything like that. You'd have to, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with streaming. We get into this place where they milk every little detail, and then it kind of dilutes the value, because it's like, oh yeah, we can explore so much. Okay, but imagination, or just discussed briefly. We don't need to go into a dissertation or levels of everything we have.
No, I agree. Yeah,
it gets a little monotonous, but I like it. The chapter 1 was great, and that kind of reminds me of one of the beginning of our Kendo era, Nick, is when that came out. We all watched it, we all liked it, we all reviewed it for Schlocktoberfest. It's like one of my favorite modern horror movies, just flat out. It's that good.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun for sure. Really, yeah. Part 2 kind of went a little flat because everybody was trying to bank on the Stranger Things stuff.
Yep.
But it was still good. Like the last half of part 2 was really good.
When they stopped constantly flashing back to the kids shit, and it was the adults trying to. I get that they have to find their like sacred item or some bullshit or whatever to help be able to fight Pennywise. Which I guess that makes sense, because then that would be what the fucking Ajax's slingshot is his fake sacred childhood item, because his dad won it for him, and that's how he got his first love of his life, I guess, was his little TP miss. But it is what it is. So I don't know. It works. I thought It Chapter 1 was one of the best movies I've seen in a very, very long time. Chapter 2 was a bit of a letdown. It had nothing to do with the fact that I had been drinking with you guys all evening and fell asleep because I watched it sober one day and it just still wasn't that great. But it made Dion shriek in terror. So
and he denies. He's like, "Oh, I didn't make a noise." He's like, "No, we all heard you. We all heard you."
We literally heard it go really loud in the theater because people turned and looked.
Yeah, and then he starts playing off like he burped or something. It's like, "No, we saw you shriek, buddy. Calm down."
We saw you shriek and then jerk in horror of just Pennywise, the old lady, fucking dancing around in the background. It was not even scary.
Wait, can we rephrase that? Because Dion jerks in horror now? Like, that's a little... It's the guy's birthday. Come on now.
It's a fear boner, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Fearection.
Fearection? Hey, Nick, we should get a copyright on that title name, and we should not, literally star in Fearection, but we should make Fearection.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's about a guy that's an interdimensional alien being that is not a clown that thinks you taste better if you have a fear erection going on before he kills you.
I just want the tagline to be like a movie so horny you will die. It's like, wait, what? I don't want it. What?
Let's do that and see how long it takes to get a cease and desist letter from Stephen King.
He'll be dead by then.
Making fear erection? How could Stephen King sue us over fear erection? He probably would. Dude, that motherfucker was on cocaine for a decade solid. He probably has a little bit of residual damage. He probably thinks fear erection is a great idea.
He's 78. He's 78 years old, okay? The only thing holding him together is the fucking cocaine and the alcohol.
He's just jealous because he can't get a fear erection anymore.
Probably true.
Yeah, be like, look, we got this idea for the movie called Fear Erection, okay? It's a great story where this interdimensional alien being scares people into getting boners so he can eat them because apparently the blood flow makes it better. And Steve notices the slight, subtle hints to something he's already created.
We're just making a weird porn parody. Gotcha.
No,
okay.
We change it to where instead of he's an interdimensional being, it's like some alien chick that needs to extract your DNA. But when you're scared, it makes it more potent and makes the conception a higher percentage or something like that. We could make that.
So it's literally
like Species.
The sexy version of Pennywise.
There you go, Species.
Done.
Oh my god.
Let's do it.
Okay, I gotta get it out there. I just want to make a film called Fear Erection. I don't care what it's about. It could be about Betty White reading a cookbook for 2 hours. We'll make it with AI.
That reminds me of a sci-fi movie called Decoys from 2004.
Decoys.
Yeah, and it's real easy. And the tagline to Fear Erection: not all bones rattle.
You think a Fear Erection shirt would look good next to a Gooners Never Say Die shirt?
Yes, it would.
Yeah,
along with a balloon as well too with the mug.
Or just call it Cape Fear Erection.
Cape Fear Erection.
It's just Robert De Niro laughing and jerking it for 2 hours in the mirror.
Oh my god!
It's a sea story.
Sure it is.
Are there Navy SEALs or just pirates?
Navy SEALs.
Thank you, Kenda. That was for an audience of one. I literally say that anytime I see that movie. And I've also never actually watched that movie. I just will see it.
I've never watched it either, but my entire reference to it is going, oh, Navy SEALs.
Navy SEAls. I just remember the cartoon. The guy's like, can you guys vulcanize my tires while I wait? And I know it's meant to be funny, but I've worked in jobs with customers where they ask you stupid shit like that. And you're just like, oh, God, I can relate to this movie. Like I said on the show the other night, Office Space made me cynical, and I saw that movie in grade school. I don't know how I was so cynical as a worker, but that was me as a child. Okay, so we have talked about Derriere. Let me make sure we're caught up on our messages and everything. And then I think it might be time to put this baby to bed at midnight. So, Guys, is there anything else you'd like to say before we put this baby to bed?
No, that's it.
Well, folks, we keep moving up on Stealing Solo. We're even closer to our first goal. Again, this isn't really like the only goal. We're pushing for more. But head on over. The link is in the description right now. All the shorts that we've been releasing have the link to it right now. And I'm going to go ahead and, if it's available, acquire stealingsolo2.com and then make sure that links you directly to the campaign. But this is a 30-day campaign. It ends on December 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are interested in getting this book like the thousands of other people that did Stealing Solo 1, well, then make sure you guys grab it now, because once it's gone, and these are limited things. You're not going to go to your local Walmart and be like, oh, man, Stealing Solo's out. I got to pick up a copy. You can only get it directly from me. So I already told you the pitch. I already told you the story. I'm really not showing a ton of the art because I, don't want to give away everything. But like we said, in the perks and challenges, the risks and challenges, it's done. It's ready to go. And this book, once I'm finished with the campaign, I'll order the books and we'll be shipping it out. Should be to you by late February. So it's mid-November now. So you're not going to have to wait very long on this title. And like I keep telling you on other shows, I want to turn this into a more of a business, and I want to do a lot more of these things. So, well, now is the time. But folks, thank you for all your time this evening. We appreciate all the support, all the love, and all the fun. Michael Shanks, thank you very much. But until next time, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Now, let's pick a number between 1 and 69 and close out this wonderful show. Ah, this is perfect.
You're never gonna regret this, Ray.
My parents left me that house. I was born there.
You're not gonna